There I be. What's going on, historians? Welcome back to another great episode of the Historically Haunted VODCAST. We are here for season 3. It's probably sponsored by actor trucker Donnie Green. He drove the red truck in the movie Pet Sematary, the original Pet Sematary, the one that killed the boy, killed Gage. He sponsors the show, as well as his trucking company that he runs from Florida with his wife, Bauer Green Logistics, LLC, and a friend of his that he also works with, John Green Logistics Company, Green Logistics Trucking. Excuse me, good burp. I had some beer, so yeah. They also sponsor the show, so shout out to them. Appreciate you guys. Also, sponsor of the week, Thomas Patrick Gormley, the glorious weirdo. Down the rabbit hole again, as he would say. He is the archangel of the paranormal. He's also a client of mine for Historically Haunted Booking, LLC. And he's decided to sponsor a couple of weeks, so I appreciate you with your donation. You know, crow. That's what I get for having that fajita earlier, whatever the fuck that was, a wrap. I get shit all in my teeth now. But anyway, what's up, historians? Starting to snow where I am. It's a little cold, so hopefully the power doesn't go out again. Appreciate you guys also donating to the show. Brian and a bunch of people sending me some nice stars. I really appreciate that. So she just got to work. She's not quite available yet. We're going to talk to Kat Larson. Kat Larson, she is also a client of mine for Historically Haunted Booking. She is a psychic medium. I actually met her through Medium Drake and Alexandria Sarr. We did an event in Quincy, Massachusetts. Real quick, Quincy, Massachusetts is where, John Quincy Adams was born and buried. It's also the home to the first ever Dunkin' Donuts, home to the first ever railway system, the Granite Railway, which I've been to both. And it's also home to Whitey Bulger, the Winter Hill Gang ruled those streets. Heather and I went to where Whitey Bulger had some people buried, went to where he lived, went to a house that he was in, the Black Mass movie Johnny Depp was in. We went to that house. So that was pretty cool. So check out, if you get to Quincy, Massachusetts, there's so many places. There's everything from history to world history to presidential history to mafia history to gangster history. So I forget why I'm going there. Well, that's where I met my guest, Kat. Heather and I met her. She was vending there. And she does her own thing. She's also a stylist, does hair and nails and all that good stuff. But she's also a psychic medium. She does card reading, tarot card reading, pulling, all that stuff. She'll read your future, all that good stuff. So she'll be on shortly. Appreciate you guys checking in. USS Salem also. That's right. There's the sponsor. I've actually been to the USS Salem. I've been on it twice. I investigated all night with Chris Sanders and Matt Warner a couple of years ago. And then I also went back before that with Chris Sanders, and we did a thing with our team. It's Haunted Crew when I was part of that team. So that's one of the oldest battleships that's still around. 1947 it was built or started. It was finished in 1949. It didn't see a lot of action, but during the war, it was a recovery ship. It went into places where people were hurt in battle or things were hurt, and it would take care of them. So a lot of people, I believe it was 83 or 89 people died aboard there. And I believe 2 people died after it was docked. One of them had a heart attack in the front bow, the front room, that was featured in a movie. There was a movie that was filmed on that ship too. So I don't know why I keep this shit in here, but I do. But it's cool. It's good knowledge. So I appreciate you guys. Like I said, my guest is coming along quite shortly. There's my man. There's the boy. What's up, Brandon? Brandon Godling is the man. Helped us load Anna. Me and him loaded Annabelle up at the Warren Convention in Mohegan Sun this past year, Tony Spera's convention. Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Judy Spera, Judy Warren. Her birthday today. I've met her a couple times. My couple pictures with her. Really awesome people. Appreciate you guys checking in. Hello, Penny. I believe I've seen your name before, so thank you for coming back. I appreciate that. Friend of mine, Betsy Brown Williams. What's going on? Michelle Allen. She was at the Warren Convention too. What's up? Appreciate you checking in. Is it October yet? It feels like it. Where I am in Maine, it's actually not too bad. It's 28 degrees, so it's not super cold. But we get some snow coming tomorrow night, and then we get some sleet and shit like that. So, boy, time to hang on. I'll take spring once I can get it. A few more weeks. Yeah, that's what it feels like, don't it? Good evening from Charlotte, North Carolina. Traveling George DaCosta. What's up, brother? He's the one that flew from Florida to Tampa. He flew from Florida, landed in fucking Maine. Was it Bangor or Portland? I think it was Portland, right? You stayed in Portland, right? And then you picked me up the next day, and we drove down to Connecticut. I have a lot of ties to Connecticut. Tornadoes, be safe out there, Betsy. I'll take the fucking heat though, man. It's literally 100 gallons of heating. My house is heated by kerosene, and I called today. It's a minimum of 100 gallons, $450, and I need it soon, like literally probably in like a week, because I've got a quarter of a tank left, and it's supposed to get below zero in like a month. So space heaters aren't cutting it. No, you probably can't see it. You can probably hear I got a space heater next to me. Let me see if you can see it. There it is. My little space heater keeping me fucking warm. I usually do it for my couch because it's so fucking cold, but man, I hit 43 today. Woo! Yeehaw! So you landed in Bangor. That's right. You landed in Bangor. We didn't have time for a tour. And then you went to Portland, spent the night in Portland. You went to the Bangor International Airport. That's where the Langoliers, Stephen King's The Langoliers was filmed entirely for the most part. They were in the airport and in the runway. Like when Stephen King was at the head of the table, when they had that scene, that was the Bangor International Airport. He's actually right down the street from that, too. He literally lives not even fucking a mile from there. But also the scene from Pet Sematary when fucking, what's her name? I'm stoned, so I can't think, but the wife goes for not Ellie. Ellie's the daughter. Who's the wife? Rachel. Rachel gets back from seeing her parents with Ellie, and she comes back from the airport, and she meets Lewis in the thing, and they kiss you, miss you. That's Bangor Airport, too, which is kind of neat. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think we're supposed to snow. I think it might be snowing right now, but yeah, we got more snow coming. So whatever. It is what it is. It's not like I'm new to it. It's not like it's something that's never, I lived in Maine my whole fucking life. I mean, I've traveled. I've been to Iowa. I've been conceived in California, but I've been in Maine my whole life since I was born for the most part. So I'm used to it. That's why I literally have 2 sweatshirts on. That's why I got an orange one. I got 2 sweatshirts, 2 pants, 2 socks. And yeah. But I'm good, man. I got my fucking, I know what to do. I got all my windows plastic covered. I got my blanket underneath my door. Yeah, it's free. Yeah, freezing. Stay warm wherever you are. It's for sure. It's actually a nationwide freeze. Oh, guys, check it out. Jimmy gave me this sticker. Mr. Haunted himself, the one right there. Jimmy! Fucking guy, man. He was sleeping in the back of the U-Haul. Remember that, Brandon? We're trying to go unload Annabelle and everything, and Jimmy's up there passed out, laying down in the back of the U-Haul with fucking Mohegan Sun. So, yeah. I don't get a lot going on. I'm just, like I said, I'm still writing my book. I'm probably going to do it a lot this weekend because it's going to be cold and may even lose fucking power from what they're saying. But I have been reading this, Stephen King's Elevation. It's almost like... he's almost like thinner. The dude's losing weight. There's a guy named Dr. Bob and everything. This is a thin one, but that's been my go-to lately. I got to read Allie's book. By the way, my guest last week, psychic medium Allie Bennett, Allie the psychic medium, gave me a reading Saturday. We came in contact with my mom, I felt like, and a bunch of stuff. So she's really good. You guys want a good reading, check her out. That's someone worth doing for a reading, you know what I mean? He did direct me to where I could find the coffee. That's true. Jimmy knows where the coffee is. He wanted coffee a lot. Jimmy does rule. Fucking A. I got to have Jimmy as a guest on here soon. I have a pic of, yes, you did. Remember he's laying down? I was tired AF. That's right. Tired as fuck. You can swear, Jimmy. It's fine. I'm swearing on it. I escorted him to the coffee. I met Jimmy back. My mom passed away in 2019 unexpectedly, and I got a little bit of money. And when I did, I wanted to do the night with Annabelle. In Mohegan Sun. This is before the Warrens did the traveling thing and all that shit. Jimmy says, you remember that, Jim, when I first met you in 2019? It was a night with Annabelle. It was like $180 a ticket at Monroe Diner. Or no, Roberto's Italian restaurant in Monroe, Connecticut. And I talked to Chris McKinnell. I was actually part of the Warren Legacy Foundation, which is not tied with Nesmer. But I went and met Chris McKinnell, which is Ed and Lorraine Warren's grandson. That's Judy Warren. Happy birthday, Judy. That's her son, Chris. So me and Heather went to go see him. We met him there at the Warren Occult Museum. We didn't go in, but we went into the house. We went to the 3rd floor. I mean, Lorraine designed that house herself. Ed and Lorraine lived in that fucking building. So we went there, and we saw him and talked to him and everything. And he ended up leaving that next day or something before it happened. So we had breakfast at the Monroe Diner, which was Ed's go-to. And then, of course, he brought us to Ed and Lorraine's grave at it's got a weird name. Sacrament Cemetery. No, what is the name of the cemetery? Help me out here, Jim. Where Ed and Lorraine are buried in Monroe. It's got a funny name, Sacrament something. There's a church right there too, right at the front of the cemetery where exorcism happened and shit once. And so that was pretty wild. Of course, I had this dog, Athena, the bulldog, who's laid on the horn, and fucking, it's a private dead end road. They live literally at the end on the right, and her dog's on the fucking rent-a-car horn. And we brought Chris to the airport. That's what it was. When we brought him to his friends, and we had to go have breakfast, and then his friend picked him up at the restaurant and brought him to the airport or something. So then, anyway, long story short, I digress. And I noticed you said Roberto's is closed. That's too bad. We ended up going to Roberto's. It was like a literally like 100 people. It was really a really exclusive thing. There was no fucking people hanging out, woo, pictures and drinks. It was real. Yeah, Stephanie Cemetery. Thank you. Stephanie. I knew it was a weird name. Stephanie. It's got a placard up front. And so it was really chill. And this is the first time Annabelle was brought in public that I was aware of. It was way before it was literally 3 years or 4 years before the first convention, which Heather and I went to. And so we were hanging out, just one by one. We saw the Shadow Doll. We got blessed by Father Plato, and we met all them. And I remember I got a picture with Judy saying my mom just passed away. And it was the same year that Lorraine passed away. My mom passed away 2 months after Lorraine Warren. So we had a big thing with Judy and Tony. And of course, so that was cool. I don't even know why I brought all that shit up. My guest is there, so we're going to bring her on now. So that's too bad. Driving yet all the way to the convention. Yeah. We need to set up our podcast. We need to do our bookings, our podcast, send us some people, ghost story management for us. All right, yeah. I'll give you a good deal because you've sent me some money to donate to the show before. I'm not going to charge you full price, but I'll be your agent. I'll give you a good deal. We'll talk later. Of course, the more drinking I am, I'll probably end up being free. But so anyway, so we met Kat. Long story short, like I said, in Quincy, Massachusetts, with medium Kenneth Drake and the psychic medium Alexandria Sarr. And Kat was there kind of helping out the door. And me and Heather just fell in love with her. We kind of bonded with her. And we've been following her. She's had some ups and downs. We're not going to get into that all together. But for the most part, anyway, without further ado, she is a makeup artist. She does your hair. She does your nails. And she'll read your future. She is Kat LARSON of Darlings Eternal. What's up, Kat?
Hi. So sorry
for
the traffic. I'm good. I missed you.
I know. Traffic was hell. You're like, I'm going to be late. I'm like, I'll fucking stall. I'm a talker.
Oh my God. It was so bad. The amount of moving trucks that got fucking pulled over by state police was ridiculous. I was like, this is a joke, right? Today of all days.
That's what it is. I tell you, it's you can't predict the fate. Amanda Gerard from Two Witches and Spooky Spirits podcast checks in.
Hello.
I'll have to get you on her show.
You
She's looking for some guests. I think I could hook you up. Brandon says hello. Brandon's a good dude, sending stars the last couple of weeks, supporting the show. So what's new? I know you're down there in Massachusetts. We won't name where you're. No one needs to know where exactly you are, but you're in Mass. You're kind of down there freezing, hanging out with the puppy and shit.
I am. I'm freezing to death. We've had 4 storms within the last week, and we still have more coming. So awesome. Love that. Constant power outage and flood warnings by the hour. It's amazing.
Winter's been brutal so far.
Well, you guys have had more snow than we have, haven't you?
My phone says it's snowing right now. I almost want to go check. Want to go check with me?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's gonna be dark for a second. So fucking Kat, how's life been treating you besides everything?
It's been good. It's been busy. I'm always at the Lash Bar. I'm there 6 days a week.
There we go.
Trying to do this on Wednesday. I'm trying to. Is it really snowing? I can't tell.
No, it snowed the other day.
Oh, that light gave it a little ominous glare that there was snow.
Fucking no! Oh, thank God. So, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. I've just been busy, and I'm hoping that this spring or summer to come out with a couple new projects for here. I have a really cool project that my dad's helping me work on. I don't have a timeline for it, but I'm very, very excited.
Ooh.
Also hoping it would be a release date, so I'm not sure when that would be yet, but I'm excited. And then hopefully we can get together sometime this spring or summer, and we can do a little trip here to Salem. We can do a little mini event or something. That would be fucking awesome. That's been on my mind.
Yeah, you are. You are. I mean, not just a friend and a colleague, but you are underneath the umbrella. So if I do an event or have anything, you're going to be, especially in this area, my New England people are going to be the first to know, of course. So, and
I
I
know. I
think
gotta
that
convince
areas.
you and Heather to come down for the summer so we can do like a huge fun event. We can like go to a park or something and get the historically haunted New England family down for like the day, for the weekend, do something cool, a little picnic or
Yeah,
something.
dope. Get like do like a live podcast right there. Everybody
Yeah,
hands out their little business cards to people going
yeah.
by and shit.
Like a live stream, little like readings on the tables. Like you want tarot cards, you want like the pendulums, crystal ball, like you name it. Like we'll just have like a historically haunted fam festival. That sounds super fun.
Well, I'm going to ask you real quick. Is that your go-to when it comes to equipment? Dowsing rods, pendulums, crystals, like all of it?
My go-to, I would definitely say, would be my tarot cards for sure. And they are actually, hold on, I have my whole little bucket beside me. Oh, all my bones crack like I'm fucking 70. So I have my whole bucket of cards,
Holy
naturally.
shit, Cat.
I know. But wait, it gets better, right? I have my
But wait, there's
moonstone ring.
more.
But literally, no. Literally. And then I have crystals in here, here, pendulum. But wait, there is more. The big crystals, I have a selenite over my door. And if you open the box, I don't know if they're all going to fall out. It's literally a whole box of crystals.
I can see that. Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Put that up. Put that up.
This falls all over the place. You
Wow.
never have enough crystals. That's for damn sure.
I was going to say, have a crystal much?
Right?
Laura
Oh my gosh,
Bear,
I
what's
sent my
going
dad
on?
on like a wild goose chase for these two. I was like, I misplaced them, but if you find the pendulum, you can find the box. And he was like, excuse me?
I get it.
And he was like, I don't even know what a pen. I don't even know how to work your pendulum. What are you talking about? I was like, just ask it where to go, and it'll show you where the box is.
For someone so young, I mean, obviously, like Alexandria took you underneath her wing, and even Kenneth, but you've got this on your own. You've had this for your whole life, right?
Yeah, my whole life. 6 months old. You don't get any younger than that. Yeah. And that's what's funny to me too, is that people are like, oh, how long have you been doing this? And I say my whole life. They're like, no, really. And I'm like, no, really. Like the first documented encounter of me interacting with spirit was 6 months. So there's definitely the potential for before then, but first documented 6 months. Yeah.
By the way, if I freeze my Wi-Fi shit here, I'm up by Mount Katahdin. I'm not at Heather's. I'm up 3 hours. So if I go off,
You're further north.
Oh yeah, I'm by Bangor. I'm by Stephen King's. I'm fucking Mount. I'm by the Appalachian Trail where it ends in Maine, because it starts in Georgia but ends. Oh yeah. So I literally in my town. There's about 1,135 people in my town. There's not even a street light.
That's it.
So it's cool, but it sucks because if my Wi-Fi goes out, I'll be on my phone. Just fucking tap dance for like 5 minutes and I'll jump on. Okay, I just want to give you the warning.
You.
Hey, your bestie's checking in.
Hey, how are you? How's the babes? Hi, Laura.
Hello, Belena and
my best
family.
Friend.
I saw her earlier. She was my best friend, and she's a witch too,
my goddaughter.
Oh,
She is. She's from the Netherlands, so all of her witchy stuff is based off of like the North mythology. So it's so cool. Her daughter's middle name is literally Freya. You can't get any cooler than that. Like, oh, she's awesome. And we bounce ideas off each other too. I remember I texted her randomly and I was like, so I need like a cleansing spray. And she gave me like this whole little recipe just like off rip. I love it. You can never have too many crystals.
No, that's true.
I'm curious. I want to see if our viewers can post a picture of their own crystals in the comments after this goes up on Facebook because I want to know that I'm not crazy. I want to see everyone else's crystals.
Show me mine and I'll show you yours, she says. Or show you yours.
Right?
You know what I mean.
No, literally. I literally have a $600 crystal. And it's the world's smallest fucking crystal. Ooh. My friend got it for me. It is a super rare Madagascar moonstone. This tiny little thing. I don't even know if you can see it. This tiny little stone is $600.
From Africa. Madagascar, Africa. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's your prize
possession.
He's
like, well, don't lose it. I'm like, it's literally like smaller than my nail. Oh. For sure. And it was just gifted to me recently too. So I'm like,
See, most people would go, what's that? It's just a little rock. Who cares? That's not money. That's not a big screen TV. Right. We don't need, spiritual people don't need, I mean, possessions are fine and good. Don't get me wrong, for entertainment. But possessions are things like that, like sage.
Yes, I literally have 2 bundles in that little box that I pulled this box out. My godmother, stop, this is so bad. So in 2019, I went on a trip to California, and my godmother visited me shortly before this trip, and she gave me the sketchiest fucking bag of like sage from her garden. It looked like weed. I went through customs with this bag, and
is it you that froze? Oh, there we go. Oh, you froze for a second. You went through customs and it froze, or maybe I froze. I hope it's not me.
We both froze. No, I went through customs to go to, or not customs, TSA or whatever, the airport security, and they pulled out this bag of crumpled sage, and they're like, what is this? And I was like, it's sage. I swear to God. I swear to God. I was like, open it. And they're like, what? And I was like, open it. It's sage.
I mean, they get the dogs there. The dogs are going to know it's not weed, but.
No, the dogs did not care less, and that's why they were like, red flag here, and it was like a full Ziploc bag. They just whipped it out, and I was like, oh my God,
we got a pound of weed, a pound of sage.
It's like, how did I leave this here? But like, I got through with my like the stabby thing to break windows, like car windows. They didn't question that on my keys. They didn't question that at all, but they questioned the sage.
No, you put down a Glock 9, you put down whips and chains, you put down a fucking, what's this, druggie?
Right. I was like, this is what we're concerned about, not the weapon that literally looks like something you can stab someone with. Just what's in the bag.
Like you'd be stupid enough to go on a plane with a fucking pound of weed, guy. Come on.
Not even like a Ziploc bag, a little sandwich bag. Like, come on. People are struggling more through the airport than that.
I think it's the same family, maybe. I know catnip is. I don't know.
Is it really?
Catnip and marijuana are in the same family, yeah.
I didn't know that. That's actually hilarious.
Candle Witch checking in. Rachel King says hello.
Hey, oh my gosh. Hello. I think I actually saw her ad recently, too.
Probably. She's all doing a bunch of shit. She's doing something at the Conjuring House. Everybody checking in. Everybody's got crystals. Your friend's got bundles of sage. She makes her own. I bought a sage plant. It's at Heather's. So, yeah, Belina, send me a friend request or something. Maybe I'll get you on the show one of these days or something.
Yes. Oh my God, that'd be so awesome.
What else did she say? Me as well. I got a lot. I got it all but crystals. It didn't help my child mess with some.
Oh, the baby touched them. Oh my gosh, Nova. I have 3 crystal like crowns. So when my dad was finding all of my stuff, because I hid it, like you would have thought that I was a bear going into hibernation. I hid this stuff so hard. And my dad found my crowns, and my daughter put them on her head. Oh my God, it was the most wholesome thing. I was like, oh, you are a little witch. And it had like the little goddess logo on it. I was like, oh my God, this is so wholesome. I actually might have the photo.
Well, she's from you. She's got your blood.
She is an animal communicator.
Wow.
I don't know if it'll load.
Oh, a little closer. Hold on. Let me get rid of me. That's
the little crowns. I think it's clear.
She put that on herself? You didn't put that on? She just grabbed it?
Oh, yeah. Wow. My dad, I have 3 of them. My dad was like, she just put it on and smiled. I was like, that's my kid.
How old?
That's 1 year and 5 months.
Jesus Christ. That's it, huh?
Yeah. I know.
And you were 2, you said? Your first experience, or like
6 months?
Oh, you were 6 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
My dad says that she'll talk to the dog. Like, they could be completely other ends of the house, and then she'll just turn her head, and then Luna will come in, and, you know, whatever it is, like, they'll sit down together. Like, if she wants something, like, she'll just put her
She's an
arm out.
animal
Not even
sensitive.
stand. Oh, my God, she is.
Or
When I was
something
pregnant, my
communicative.
husky hated me. My husky hated affection, but I remember he would, like, come up and just cuddle, like, around her. If you go to pet him, forget it, but he would just cuddle her, and I was like, you're gonna, like, talk to animals. You're gonna have, like, a little trail of animals down the sidewalk when you come home one day.
Your fucking dog's protecting your daughter against you. You sort of go by her, he starts snarling at you. It's like, what?
Right? I was like, oh, shit. I was like, I didn't do anything to either of you.
So last time I had you on, we had a couple people on, and Pennywise jumped on. Remember that? My buddy.
Yes, it was so awesome. God, I can't believe that was November of 2022.
Almost about 2 years ago. So since it's finally just you, we're kind of one-on-one. Heather might jump on a little bit, but for now, I want to do some fun shit, Kat. Give me 3 or 4 of your favorite type of musical artists and shit like that. Give me something you jam out. You have to jam out weekly at least, if not daily.
Weekly. Ooh, okay. Lana Del Rey. I'm guilty.
I've heard that before. I've heard that a couple times. Yep.
Big fan. The older Green Day music, like that early 2000s vibe. And honestly, I'm dying to get my hands on their tickets when they come to Fenway. Putting that out there.
What a show that would be.
Well, did you hear? They're only doing American Idiot and Dookie this last time ever on tour. Both albums.
Oh my God, I had Dookie. I had the record, the CD, and the VHS. Or not the VHS, but the tape.
I know.
Wow.
I was a toddler when American Idiot came out. And I remember I was begging. I was like, let's go, let's go. He was like, absolutely not. And I was like, I need to go. It's my time.
No, now's your time. Now
it's my time. Now I'm old enough. I'm not like 4 or 5.
Oh, fucking Fenway to boot, an outdoor show. Oh, there's nothing like it.
Right?
I went to Fenway.
Summer?
I seen the Red Sox once, but I did see a concert once. And this is no bullshit. Fucking Pink Floyd.
Stop.
I smoked a joint at Fenway with my aunt. My lesbian aunt from California brought me to Pink Floyd at Fenway, like in like 2014 or something. And they played like, you know, Another Brick in the Wall and The Machine. Oh,
yes.
my fucking. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Gotta go, Kat. The vibes are out there. You're gonna go see Green Day at Fenway.
So are you. Maybe you'll come. Maybe it'll be our trip. It'll be the historically haunted trip.
Welcome to paradise. Oh yeah. Well, in your questionnaire, you like pop rock or pop grunge, and that's kind of Green Day's like grungy pop.
They were considered like the pop punk station when I was a kid in the early 2000s. So when people ask me like, "What do you like?" I'm like, the pop punk era. Yeah. That's how they were identified as. I mean, like.
They had their own Guitar Hero game after them. Guitar Hero Green Day. The whole game was just their tunes. I remember playing on Guitar Hero.
I remember. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, look at that.
Someone saw Green Day in the 90s.
You saw Green Day in the 90s with the local VFW hall.
That's awesome.
They were playing with Skanking Pickle. I've never heard of them. Yeah, I guarantee you that's when you can meet them, do a shot, smoke a joint, hang out with them. Because not saying they're not humble, but right now they're gonna get mobbed. Like, you know, they don't have time.
Oh, they're so big now. There's multiple generations. Back in the day, they were new. They were still kind of this like hole in the wall local band. Like no one really knew them. Nowadays, you say Green Day, and like everyone's head is like, where? What song?
And even older people or other people that might not like them have heard of them because they've been on Letterman. They've been on. That's when you know if people hate you, you know you're doing it right because it means you're known, and they don't look to know you.
They got banned from having their CDs sold in Walmart because they were too risky. I did a whole paper about it when I was in high school. They wanted us to pick someone controversial in pop culture, and I was like, say no more. The perfect people. And that was one of the things I learned is that when they released American Idiot, they were banned in multiple stores, but the main one was Walmart because of all of their like imagery. Billy Joel was going through his drug problem and the profanity on the album. There were so many things.
No, but you could have Nicki Minaj's you could have Nicki Minaj shaking her ass on the fucking. That's okay. I'm sorry, it's pick and choose. If you draw the fucking line, do it equally. That's all. I'm not trying to get political, but that's bullshit.
Right.
That's cool as hell, though.
Right?
Fuck Walmart.
Imagine being like, oh, our album was banned. No biggie. Like, that's kind of a humble brag. Like,
by the biggest department store in the world.
Right?
That's pretty cool. You don't get more punk than that. That's punk rock.
Literally from Walmart.
Fuck Walmart. Oh, Heather knows I hate it. I haven't gone in 2 years. I wait in the car. I won't go. I've asked her 2 years. I haven't gone in. I refuse.
I will not go to Walmart unless it's some sort of apocalyptic shit. It's like the only thing open. I'm desperate as can be. Like all the Walmarts here, especially in Quincy, the one by the Roach Brothers. Oh my god, that one's so fucking sketchy. Have you been in the parking lot? Have you seen what goes down?
I've heard. No.
You've heard? Okay, so you know. Oh, growing up, that's like the closest one. No amount of money. Like if someone was like, I will give you $3,000 to go inside of it. Nope. No way.
That bad? I've heard people go missing in there.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff. Like, there's so many weird things that goes down to that one.
Quincy's weird. Whitey Bulger ruled the town. Oh, there's a lot of weird shit.
Quincy's definitely like, if you grew up in Quincy at any point, like, you know, a lot of the under the table, underground stuff. Like years ago, my uncle was the mayor of Quincy for a super long time. And my family now is in charge of the school district, like the superintendents and teachers and stuff.
Shit.
Oh yeah. If I drop like certain last names in Quincy and people are like, oh my God, or like, you know them. I'm like, ooh, maybe not. Why? But yeah, my uncle was the mayor there for a really long time. He has like this dinky little park named after him. And so I'm like super careful in Quincy. I
got to ask real quick. When was he mayor? Like, when did he stop being? Was it the late 90s, 2000s? Do you remember?
Oh my God. Years ago. My auntie Betty was his wife and she's in her 90s. So this was like when they were in like their 20s, 30s, 40s. Like he was the mayor for a really good run there.
So he was familiar with Whitey Bulger and the fucking Winter Hill Gang and all that.
I'm sure. I have no doubt. I mean, he passed away a long time, like when I was a kid, so I couldn't ask him. But I'm sure if I asked my auntie, my cousin, oh my God, my cousin works for the U.S. Salem. He's a paranormal investigator. He's awesome.
What's his name?
Don DiCristofaro.
Shut the fuck up. Don?
You know Don?
Dude, I've been to Salem twice. He's got a white mustache, a big guy.
Yes!
Oh, it's fucking
That's my
Don.
cousin.
Stop.
That's my cousin. His mom is Auntie Betty. And Auntie Betty and Uncle Teddy were his parents, and they were in charge of Quincy for a long time. Our other cousins are in charge of the school district.
He runs Salem, USS Salem. He runs the fucking battle.
He has his own little paranormal group. He's the shit. I asked him if I could borrow his Ovilus.
Get the fuck out of here, cat.
Yeah, I literally texted him earlier this week. I was like, hey, I got some like sketchy little like this. So my apartment building was an old factory a million years ago. And as of like the last few weeks, some like old worker has been haunting specifically this one spot. And he's very, very aggressive. But when I try to talk to him, he doesn't respond. So I was like, I want your Ovilus and I want to sit it down next to this little door that he stands near. And he was like, I don't know if I want to give you the Ovilus. Like, I want it. Let me borrow it. Just for the day.
Teddy bear, you know that. He'd do that for you. Oh, no shit.
Oh, my God. He's so awesome.
He's so awesome. I've met him twice. I've been on the Salem twice with Chris Sanders.
Someone else knows Don.
Matt Warner and fucking, of course. People know Don. Danny Perez has been on there.
Everyone knows Don.
Danny.
He's awesome. He's so sweet.
Danny's a client, too. You guys are like a brother-sister in a way. He's the Radicals. He drives around in a hearse, and he makes Ouija boards out of coffin wood. From Connecticut, him and his wife.
Little goals.
They drove from Connecticut to fucking Bangor just to see me and Heather. I took them to the tour, gave them Stephen King's house, Pet Cemetery. We went out to eat, and they gave me check this out. You ever seen Nosferatu? You ever watched the season?
Oh, God. I think when I was a kid. My dad showed me literally everything a child should not see as a child, and it was great.
Maggie's umbrella. It's in this. No. They got it from a fucking movie thing.
No,
I don't want to. Yeah, check this out. This was used in a Stephen King's son, Joe Hill's series. Look at that.
That's amazing. That's perfect for you.
I got it
like the ideal gift.
So thanks to you guys, Danny. I didn't mean to be this about me, but I just want to say Danny's good people. He's part of the system, and I want to push the Radicals. And nice little
come up. He should come up, take his hearse to Matt. Dude, oh my God. Since I was little, I told my dad, I was like, I want an extra car, and I want it to be a hearse. Do you know
you had a great idea in the beginning, which Danny may have missed. You said we need a historically haunted booking meetup in your neck of the woods, Salem, spend the day, have a barbecue. Yes. Maybe I'll get drunk at a hotel, whatever. Our campground. It's going to be a campground.
Why the fuck not? Salem in the spring is perfect.
Oh my God, I've never spent the night.
Only the local witches are there. So most of the people you see in the stores are all your locals. They're perfect. Like, they have all the witchy shit, like the need to know. It's awesome. Because if you go during tourist season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Tupac's death paper. I was talking about the paper that you did in school.
Mm.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Salem around October, November. It's pretty fucking brutal. Blood for Blood's wicked hard. Blood for Blood. That's like fucking death hardcore metal from Massachusetts. I saw them with diecast, and people were getting their noses fucking broken. So, Father Kenneth Torres checking in, the Apocalypse Project. Other clients of mine, Sir Rev and Rudy. Sir Rev is legit a reverend.
Heather.
Good people. Heather's checking in, is she?
She is.
I'm back on comments here. Nate and I will be on the USS Salem in September.
Yes, tell Don you know me. Tell Don you know Adam.
Dude, I met Don twice, and he's like the uncle I never had. He was want to give him a big jolly hug and maybe eat a powdered donut with him. He's like awesome.
Literally. He low-key reminds me of like what you would think that Santa would look like if he had like a slightly...
Dude. In my dreams. In my dreams? Is she like being... Is she saying a haiku or something, or she really means she saw Salem in her dreams, I wonder?
She's never been. So she moved from the Netherlands to Texas. She's never been.
I know some people that have never, had their Salem cherries popped. Hello, friends. Just sitting down. Hey, baby love. Mwah. What's up? Witch and Life Guide in the house, guys. Check out Witch and Life. Oh, Witch and Life Guide. So she probably get some stuff she can give the cat.
I know. I asked her if she has the bracelets. I was going to shout her out.
She's got a bunch of good shit. I got a bunch of shit hanging here. I got the, what is it? The,
you have the little poster in the back too.
Oh, well, it's a banner that we made. Yeah, we brought that to Salem when we did this at the Salem Con there at the.
You guys didn't have that when we went to when we did the event. No,
we had a poster board and we did it by hand. Looked cheesy, but people give us props because it's art, right? You know that.
Self-representation. That's all that matters. As long as it shows who you are, it does not matter.
Checking in real quick. I dreamt about Salem. Oh, I believe it. Yes, everybody saying hi to Heather. So we with the music. We got the Chick. We got Green Day. What's your third?
Oh yeah. So sidetracked. Oh god.
ADHD's a son of a bitch.
It really is. Oh god.
Squirrel.
No, really. It's so bad. If someone says like anything about like candy or dessert, I'm like, "Ooh, where? What do you have?" Like it's so bad.
All right, Cat. Focus. Third band.
I like the older Arctic Monkeys stuff. They're pretty cool. Definitely a cool vibe. I saw someone from the concert did a recording of them doing the intro to oh my god, what was it? Do I Want to Know? The whole place went quiet. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And then once he started to sing, everyone started humming. They didn't even sing because everyone was like so tranced. That was cool.
I was gonna say I love singing along, but when I pay a ticket, I don't go to listen to the fucking crowd sing. I want to hear the band sing. I want to hear the fucking. So that's cool.
It was so cool. I was like, imagine how like your audience has that much respect that they want to sing. They'll just hum so that they can hear, because they put all of their instruments in this video were plugged up to amps. So you had that like nice low like alternative music and like
I'll
have to find it. It was so sick. I was like, this is amazing.
See, that's why me and Heather bonded with you, because you're not just a paranormal fly by night. You're not just in it just for shits and giggles, a part timer. You're legit. You're real, and you got a fucking hippie vibe for someone who's. God. You're young, but you've been through some shit. We're not gonna get personal. I know you, so does Heather. You've been through some shit.
Yeah,
you
but so have you guys.
Well,
you were character.
Let's say it. Sometimes people go homeless. I was homeless. Sometimes
shit happens. Hey,
I live out of my car, but fucking A. But you know what, Kat? We're here for a reason, and I like that you keep shining through shit. And I think this is gonna be our year. I'm gonna push for you to get your shit going, and you have it. You really fucking do. You're shy, and I see that.
I am.
It took you a little bit to come out of your shell. It did. I'm glad you did. Let's see. For you guys got any questions? We got 19 people watching. You guys are watching Historically Haunted VODCAST Season 3, sponsored by Trucker Donnie Green. He drove the red truck in Pet Cemetery. Sponsor of the week is Thomas Patrick Gormley, Archangel Paranormal. And we got the one and only Kat. Kat from Darling's Eternal. She does crafts and hair and nails. But more importantly, I think above everything is the readings, is the psychic. I mean, you do
psychic medium.
Yeah, let's talk business for a minute. Where can people get you to get a reading? Can they message you? Is it Instagram? Do you have a PayPal? All that shit?
I have an Instagram. I got a Facebook. I got an email. Some of you guys have my phone number. You can send me a text. I got Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. We have Square if you want to be formal. Square is very finicky for me. We don't have a great relationship, but they can get my info through you as well from the LLC, the booking LLC.
Thank you. A lot of people forget to mention that, and I'm like, where can people find you? They go, I don't know. I go through what? Historically Haunted Booking? And I'm not trying. Yes, and you get that. See, some get it and some don't, which is fine. I'm fucking new too. Honest, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like went to college for this shit. But we have faith. You guys have faith in me, and I'm not gonna just take on any Tom, Dick, or Harry. Pretty much everybody I'm taking on is my friend, and you have a lot.
People you've seen work.
Someone's gonna push you out of your nest, girl. That's all, and that's fine. And I think me and Heather would do that. You know what I mean? Heather will caress you more, but I'll give you a little elbow.
Heather will be very like mama bear, loving, and then you're like, let's go.
She's like, Kat. She goes, I wish I was closer to Kat. I want to go take her out for a coffee. She watches you on Facebook and she thinks the world of you, which reminds me, she's got a question for you, Kat. Can you read that?
Yes. Do I have a way to make it to Maine soon? I would love to. Oh, I'm hoping sometime in the spring I can sneak away, come up for the weekend, get my transmission fixed so I can make it.
Have you been? Ever?
Oh, God. My family used to love to go there in the summertime for vacation, like a little week here and there. Oh, Lord, it was very minimal. It was always like, let's go to Kennebunkport for the week. And
okay. So you remember it, not thickly, but you have been.
I've been. I went when I was super, super little. I haven't been in years. So it would be a big treat. And then also, for the life of me, I cannot remember this witch's grave, but you told me about it because I was like, we need to go here. It's been on my mind so much. You did your video on it. The witch where her tomb was, if you touch it or whatever, it gets hot. I want to go there so bad. I can never remember her name.
Kat, you put me on the spot. It took a big hit.
You did a video.
Mason, the White Witch of York, Mary Mason.
Yes. Perfect. I'm itching to go there, so I would love for you guys to take me because that would be
you would take that in, Kat. You're a sensitive. You're someone that absorbs. You would feel the good.
As soon as I get towards the property, I'd be like, ooh.
I hear she's a friendly. I hear it's a friendly thing, though.
I want to touch it. I want to see, like, if she's friendly, but why does it get hot? Because that would mean that it's repelling the people to come near her. So I'm curious. I want to see for myself.
Wow, you fucking absorbed all that information and you fucking remembered it perfectly. That's fucking mind-blowing.
I can remember the details, just not the name.
No, that's good. There's a couple witches. The Witch of Bodingham, which her name was Lizzie, and where she's buried in this old North Church burying ground in fucking Bodingham, Maine, there's a complete square of trees are all around her. It's just a square of trees around where her plot is, and there's no headstone anymore. There's a hole, and her name was Lizzie something. I forget, Elizabeth something.
That's so cool.
And then a Bucksport by Bangor with Stephen King. And if you go towards Ellsworth, where if you come up, we'll take you. That's where the house was in Pet Cemetery and all that shit. There's a bunch of stuff out there. There's a what was I just talking about? I totally
the witches.
Okay, yes, a witch. This Bucksport, okay? This Colonel Buck guy, they named Bucksport after him. It's right on the ocean. He banged this broad while he was married and got caught. And he said that she put a curse on him and she was a witch. So they fucking supposedly burned her, even though they didn't do that in New England. In Salem, they hung them. So I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
anyway,
really true.
She said that she would dance on his grave. And his grave's there, and it says Buck, and there's a black fucking leg and with a black foot sticking out. And they rubbed it off 3 times. It's still there. They got a fence around it. I got a picture in front of me and Heather.
That's awesome.
So she tap dances on his grave. So that's cool too. So, but the
that's
one
awesome.
That is awesome. But the one, yes, you get giddy like me. I'm like, because I mean, this shit is good to watch. I love horror movies and shit, which we're gonna get to in a minute.
Yes.
But the real life shit.
I know. I'm someone that's like, I love to hear it. But if I can go, I want to have that experience myself. Like, I want to be able to, as someone with the intuitive and the gift, like, I want to know. I want to know whatever else. Like, I want to hear, oh my gosh, during the pandemic when we were all stuck on lockdown, this sounds so fucking pathetic to most people, but you guys won't care. We weren't allowed to go anywhere, see anyone, whatever. I would make lunch and I would go to different cemeteries and I would just sit there and listen to the people talk. I would have lunch with and I'd be like, I don't miss anyone. I'm doing my own thing. People like, my mom would be like, where are you going? I'm like, the cemetery. She's like, really? Going to the cemetery? For what?
You get it or you don't. You know what's funny? In the late 1800s or even early 1900s, families would picnic in cemeteries with their deceased one, and that was a weekly ritual.
It was normal. Nowadays, you're like this, like, weird, like,
dude, your hair's gotten so fucking long. Holy shit. Your hair's past your shoulders now. Holy shit.
My hair used to be past my butt.
This
is short.
Shit. It was short when we met you. It was down a little bit to your shoulders, but holy shit.
Yeah.
But they're free. They're open till daylight. You can go. Why not? Don't litter.
The graveyard shift. That's the best time. It's in the witching hour. Like, if you really want to be there when that veil is thin, fucking go for it. Like, you're going to have the best experiences. And I see more at night. So over this summer it was so hot. I remember my daughter's dad was like, I have a really lovely evening planned that only you would love. And I was like, what? He was like, just trust me. He made this whole, like, care package of just, like, snacks and shit. Pulled up to a cemetery I've never been to at, like, 11:30 and was like, so, go ahead. Go have your little conversations. I'll hold the flashlight. And I was like, oh, really?
Oh,
and I literally started, like, running. It was a fucking huge cemetery. They had, like, these
around your area?
Tombstones. Yeah. They had, like, these elaborate tombstones, everything. And I was like, oh my God. He was like, I literally don't even know where you are.
Dude.
But a lot of people don't know about cemetery etiquette, which blows my mind.
You don't go there and leave your condoms and beer cans and shit. Have fucking respect. That's why people get kicked out, because people don't do good shit. Don't tip over a fucking graves or I'll break your neck. I got a picture of me and my friends in the newspaper picking up tombstones in a cemetery when I was like 9, the one down the road from me. And the dude stopped and took pictures. Turns out he worked for the Lisbon paper. And he goes, Adam Began and Frank Gilpool and picking up tombstones. I was putting sticks behind the tombstones trying to prop them up.
Oh my God, I love this.
I'll never forget that. Thank you. I appreciate it, because I fucking, it's the shit. It's what you, right? I mean, Kat, you gotta have some sort of heart in this field, right?
And they'll just walk all over. They'll be like, oh, so-and-so's over here. And they'll just walk all over. I'm like, oh my God. What if you were just, like, sitting down, like, picture them just sitting against their tombstone and you just walk on them? Like,
yes.
What are you doing? Like, they're just sitting there, just living their best life. And you're just going to walk on someone?
That's when karma comes to bite you in your fucking bag, because fuck that. I'm laying there dead. Maybe I died in the war for your country, and you're walking on my grave, spitting on my headstone or something? Fuck you.
Right? You got dog shit on your shoe, and you're just going to walk on top of me? Like, dude.
Thank you.
Like, walk around. You can see where the plot was dug. Walk in between.
See, Kat, if you born and raised where you are in Mass, fucking funny.
So I was born in Weymouth. We lived in Weymouth for 2 years, and then we lived in the demonic house in Quincy.
Yeah.
We lived in the demonic house in Quincy for 2 years. I lived in Braintree for over a decade, and then I'm back in Weymouth in a different part, because Weymouth has, like, kind of like, Quincy, Squantum. Weymouth is like Weymouth, East Weymouth, North Weymouth, all that stuff. So I'm in a different part now, closer to, like, the Hingham border. Which is super fun.
Historic. All of Massachusetts.
I got a marsh in my fucking backyard. It's so sick. I literally, like, in the morning, I walk outside, like, to leave the building, and I'm like, there's the marsh. But it's a saltwater marsh, so that shit stinks ass at night. But it's so fun.
But you got frogs and shit croaking out back there and shit.
Frogs, crickets. We have mad birds, ducks. Like, it's really cool.
It's a little bit of country in the city, yo.
Exactly. We're on, like, a back road behind the train. So, like, the front half of the street is the city. The back half is the country. And I'm right on that line. But I'll go out and I'll do witchy shit in the marsh on, like, a full moon. It's great. I'll have, like, a little box of shit. Just go outside. They have a ton of rocks in the beginning. They're nice and flat. I'll just set up.
Recharge them. Get some moon water in a mason jar. Bring some moon water in. Let that go out and recharge for a full moon session. It's not for nothing. These new cycles, like you said, I think your favorite holiday was like not the equinox. What the fuck did you put in the questionnaire for your holiday? Something.
Oh God, I think I put St. Lucia Day.
St. Lucia Day. What is that? I wanted to ask you.
Swedish holiday. So it's.
I like it. Everybody puts Halloween. I like something different.
Yeah, no. I hate Halloween because it's all modernized now. Like, everyone uses it to get drunk. Everyone uses it to dress really inappropriately. It's like, okay. But the point of Halloween is the veil is thin. We're interacting with spirits. We're protecting each other.
God, give this girl an award. Nicely, I'm sorry to cut you off, but nice. It's true. They all want to be the slutty nurse or the firefighter or fucking
bunny. Like, no.
Bullshit.
And like since I was a kid, I think when I was 9, I told my mom, I was like, Halloween is really disrespectful. And my mom was like, what? And I was like, I don't think we should be going trick-or-treating. I think this is really disrespectful. My mom was like, okay. So since I was 9, I haven't done Halloween. Like, I'll stay home and I'll do like little like witchy shit. You know, if any spirits want to come and just dump off their problems, sure. If not, like, okay, we'll have a quiet night. But
Halloween, you're an old soul. You're an old soul. You're an old soul. And like I said, you're still a kiddo, man. And
I am. I'm just a baby.
You are, and I know you get a child, but you're still a baby. But the way you word things, what you know, your knowledge, you've got an old soul, and that's not a bad thing. Like Oliver Anthony says, living in a new world with an old soul.
Exactly. And I tell people all the time too, I'm like, I've been here way too many times. Like
my mom believed in 5 or 6 times, and I think your peak. You're done. This is probably your last time around, you think?
No.
Still learning, huh?
I wish. Yeah. I'm still learning. I know I did a past life reading before, and I was around in the 20s. I was around in the 60s. I was around in the 90s, like all confirmed. So I'm like, okay, what else am I missing? Like, where else was I? But it was all fun. Like, from what I learned about those past lives, I'm like, makes sense. Works.
I got a comment and a question I want to get to, and I'm sorry, guys, I'll get to you in a second, but I got to ask you. So do you follow these instincts fully? Do you kind of rely literally on that? Do you kind of fly by the seat of your hands or fly to your seat or whatever the fuck? Or do you go for it, or do you take heed to these warnings? You know what I mean?
Ooh, it depends on how severe it is. Like, sometimes if it comes in like full-fledged, like you see like the bird, you feel it in the gut, you hear the noise. You see, like, if there's multiple signs at once, I'm like, oh fuck. All right, I'm listening. But if it's a couple like scattered here or there, or like I have a lot of like prefacing dreams. So if it's one of those, my dad calls them like my oracle dreams.
Yeah.
He's like, if you're having one of those, that's definitely like a huge red flag. But he says that those ones aren't always as reliable for me. He's like, I've noticed that your timeline when you get those oracle dreams is not clear. Whereas if I get like a warning for someone passing, I know that timeline.
Right.
I get 2 days to 2 months max. So I'm like, you got 48 hours, you got 2 months. We'll see.
Right. It's and of course, I mean, I'm sure you can admit you don't know it all. Every day you're learning new things. You're learning how to get better.
All the time.
You're doing the hands you dealt. Real quick, because he's been here for a little bit. It looks like your granddaughter's got a gift.
Yes, my little goddaughter. So
goddaughter. I'm sorry, not granddaughter. Goddaughter.
My daughter is 2.5 weeks older than my goddaughter.
She loves the moon. She wakes up at the witching. Oh, wow. Most kids are scared of the dark. They want the night light, the window shut, and then there's other kids that kind of embrace it. You've known this for a long time. It sounds like your daughter's involved with this. Sounds like your friend is and her daughter is your goddaughter. I mean, it could be the land. Heather is too. Heather's like, oh man, it's crazy. There's some that get it, some that don't.
Waiting to happen. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool though, because it's like you see the multiple generations. It's like, okay, my daughter and her daughter are going to grow up, be best friends, raised in this, old timely idea and practice, and then their kids, should they have kids, they're going to have such a clear path, but they're going to be so in tune to nature and themselves and God forbid if a spirit calls my daughter, she's gonna be like, oh, okay. Like, my mom told me about you. Like, she's not gonna be like, what is that?
Well, see, and that's good because I'm okay. How about this? This leads me to my question because okay, what I'm going to say is that's good because she's got you to turn to. You can help her. You can. Do you have anybody? Oh, sounds like your dad is the one that's in tune with you.
My
right?
dad's in tune, but his gifts are different. So my dad's family is where the connection to Salem, the generational magic, comes from. But all of them have different gifts. So my grandmother, my dad's mom, was like a little bit of an intuitive. Like, she knew that they were there, but she couldn't talk to them.
Oh.
So my dad is an animal communicator, and my dad, oh my God, for a really long time, my dad was also psychic. And he had to stop writing books, actually, because he ended up writing a series of severe events that I cannot talk about, but they ended up happening years later. But he was like, after that, I stopped writing because whatever I was writing was actually happening, and it was horrible things. Like, my brother just started getting back into his gift, which I'm so excited about. My brother was a telepathic, so when he was a kid, like, if my dad and I were having a conversation, like, he would be like outside, wouldn't have any idea what we're talking about. He would come inside and he would just answer whatever it is you're gonna say, and be like, we didn't, how did you? And he's like, I heard you. And we're like, what? He's like, I heard you. Like, I listened to your thought. I heard that you were going to ask me this question.
Telepathic.
So he would come in. So recently he texted me and he was like, so what do you know about demonic entities? And I was like, well, I lived with them. So what's up?
Where do you want to start?
Right. He was like, I have some questions. And I was like, okay. He was like, so I don't know if telepathically, like, they can bother me. And I was like, where did you go? Like, what did you do? And he's like, nothing. And I was like, well, if you're asked, that's a pretty serious question. But he was like, my friend thinks this house is haunted. I want to know if I'm going to get attacked. And I was like, you're good. You're good.
Oh, did you go over?
No, and I told him, well, he was like, oh, my friend wants to get a Ouija board. And I was like, do not.
Don't fucking do that. You might as well just fucking put out the cheese board for these things. Fucking
I was like, don't touch it. He was like, why? And I was like, it's a fucking door. It's a door.
If you don't know what you're doing, you should be touching.
I said, you can say bye, but that doesn't mean the door is closed. I was like, there's a baby there. You guys are in fucking middle school. Don't get a Ouija board. He's like, so can you come by? And I was like, we're not going to antagonize the poor thing. Just let it live its life.
Smart.
Is he hurting anyone? Is it bothering anyone? Is it being loud? Like, what's its issue? And he was like, well, he just thinks it's there. And I was like, so he's not doing anything wrong. Just let him be there.
It's you know what's funny? And I'm going to give you props on this. 9 out of 10 girls or guys, anybody, I shouldn't say girl, I'm sorry, 9 out of 10 people that are psychic or have abilities are going to milk that and go, yeah, I can do that. $50, I'll come over. We'll have a seance. They're going to milk that. And you're just like, fucking let it be. That's hard, dude.
Well, but you also have to think, if you're fucking with like any sort of negative entity, whether it's like a demonic, a lost soul, a poltergeist, anything in that realm, like possessed objects, you and whomever is present is at risk of being clung onto and having that energy follow you. Like, you're opening the door for all other negative entities to be like, this one's gullible, and then just fuck with you. Like, it's so much harder to get rid of those motherfuckers than to, like, on yourself than the actual place that they're at. And in my head, I'm like, that's the last thing. I lived in a demonic house. Those motherfuckers followed me for like 3 years after we left. There's no way any of you guys are going to be like, let's go play with the demon. Like, no, leave it alone. Because then you guys are going to be crying, like, get it off of me. Like, no.
Man, you're going to be looking for a priest after that. Can you do an exorcism? You know what's funny? You don't go into a crack den telling 10 crackheads that you should give up crack, guys. Go fucking eat some flour. No, that's fucking not smart. I mean, let's think about this. And this isn't human people where you can get them arrested. This is the fucking dead. And
they have a mind of their own. They live on a whole different plane of rules than we do. And if you don't know those rules, you're even more subjected to being screwed over because they're like, this one doesn't know what they're doing. But if you do know,
ghost hunters and fuckers that go out to the Conjuring House and the fucking asylums and
my brother sent me a video of this like demonic like bridge or whatever, and he was like, I want you to watch the full thing and tell me if you pick anything up. Oh my god, within the first 10 minutes, I was literally like, I was in bed and I was literally over the edge of my bed, like, and I called my brother. I was like, what did you make me watch? And he was like, so there's something there. And I was like, why would you send this to me? And he was like, it's that bad. And I was like, yeah, it's that bad. I was like, I've never had any sort of entity other than the ones at Edinburgh make me feel that sick. And I've been doing this forever. And he was
where?
Like,
where?
Edinburgh. So the house in Quincy, it was on Edinburgh Road. So even if you, like, oh my God, my brother laughs at me all the time. He's like, anytime we pass the house, you like freak out. And I'm like, that motherfucker it's a demonic house. If I'm anywhere near that house, if I'm within like a mile of that house, the entities in that house will literally like creepily whisper, like as creepy as you can get, horror movie style. They'll be like, come home. We miss you. Come home. And I'm like, nope, no way. Keep me away from this house.
No, these things can sense you fucking states away, miles away. They know when you're close and they will fuck with you. It's not, people watch the Conjuring movie, go, oh, it looks like fun. Let's go. You really want that to come into your life, dude? You really want that? Are you fucking nuts? Remember earlier when I said tempting fucking people with the cheese board? Head is like, cheese.
Cheese.
Charduzio cheese.
Can you imagine? You have the letters cut out in cheese.
Oh my fucking! You know what's funny? You laugh at this, and people with Zach Baggins probably has that at parties. I'm not sure who that is. If she's a friend of yours, no one I've ever seen. Thank you for watching. As Lana, I used to do it all the time. When the sun was setting in cemeteries, I would walk and just listen to the souls and would touch the stone.
I love that. We need to do it more. It needs to be like a more normalized thing.
Kat, give me a couple of your favorites. You know what's funny? Massachusetts has got two. Sorry, that's the beer. Shout out to Rising Tide.
Ooh.
Me and Heather saw a burlesque dancing there. These chicks dancing in thongs, and it was at the Rising Tide Brewery in Portland. So I had to get the beer. Remind me of that.
Ooh,
plus, it's Italian. I'm Italian.
I'm Italian.
Yeah, oh no shit, paisan. That's what I call Tony. Hey, paisan.
So it's done. That's where the Italian comes from. Done.
Right, look, right. See it? Italian Pilsner.
Verona. Yes.
And that's the bridge. That's by Fort Kent, Maine. And Fort Kent, Maine is a big fort that's haunted. It's from the 1600s, 1800s. And across the river is fucking Buck's tomb. So I could show you so much shit, girl. Holy fuck. Maine's loaded with mystique. There was a gangster. And after, Bonnie and Clyde, after they got killed, Al Brady was the #1 most wanted. He was a gangster from Indianapolis, Indiana. He took his gang to Maine to get some guns, claimed he was going hunting and wanted Tommy guns.
Yes,
that
I
alert.
remember this.
Fucking yeah, dude. He's buried there. He got shot and killed in the streets. He's buried. I'll show you some shit.
Shut up. Did it really?
There's a brick in the street and it says Al Brady was shot and killed here in 1937. And oh yeah. So I went in the store, Dakin Sporting Goods, where he bought the guns, where J. Edgar Hoover was waiting in FBI where they killed him. It's a bookstore now, and I bought a Stephen King book there. It's called The Briar Patch. Oh. I love shit like that. You love a good mystery too. Look at you you're laughing. You love that shit. I do.
I love a good mystery.
What's some of your favorite cemeteries? Because like I was gonna say, Massachusetts has got the first ever.
So many.
Ever cemetery that's up public cemeteries in Mass. The second oldest one is Salem, the burial ground.
I know, and it's finally actually a cemetery where those witches were wrongfully killed.
No. They only know where 2 of them are buried. They don't know the rest.
No, but they have the summit. They made the
memorial.
Yes, here.
But their bodies, they don't know where they were because they weren't supposed to be buried on holy land. So Rebecca Nurse got cut down from the rope, and her son and husband, she's the oldest lady killed, brought her back to Danvers, Massachusetts, which used to be Salem Village. She's buried out back of her 1638 homestead. I've been there with Heather.
My friend actually used to live right near there. He was like, he said it was like super difficult to find, but if you go searching, like you'll find a little thing for it in the area. Yep. I was like,
I'll send you some pics later. But what's your favorite, girl? Give me a couple of your favorite. You must have local ones, no?
I do have local ones. Oh. One of my favorite ones is the one in Quincy, actually, like right across from the police station. It's huge. Ooh. You can get lost there for hours. It's amazing. And some of the tombs there are like super, super intricate. Like the headstones, stunning.
It's art, isn't it? Do you agree?
It's so incredible. Like massive, like full blown. Like one of them is a fucking elk statue, like a full blown elk statue. It's incredible. They have like it's really cool, and it's near the beach too. So I mean, come on.
And it's concrete. It's not like it's fucking bullshit. This is like $1,000 of head. I mean, art. It's fucking art, dude.
It's
Sorry.
huge. I get lost there. I have a lot of family buried there, and still can't find. I get lost there. I've been there so many times because every time I go there, I find a new stone that's stunning. And a lot of
get
them
out and you look around like me. And you touch.
South Shore is a lot of former service people. So more than half the people there have been in the service, and those are some of the coolest souls to connect with, because then some of them, like when they come in, they're still in their uniform. Whether they died on field or not, they like spirits, when they come through to me, show how they felt like their best self. So some of these men will show up like in their uniform. And that's like when they felt their best. And it's like, okay, good for you. Like you did the right thing, and that's where you feel good. Like, awesome. Some people, oh my God, some people in the cemetery only speak a different language. That's very stressful. There is the language barrier with spirits. I had to do a reading for actually a friend, and her grandmother came in, but only spoke Italian. I don't fucking know a lick of Italian. So the whole time, this woman is speaking in Italian, and I'm like, I know what these things mean. I know what the rolling pin means. I know
the rolling pin.
Yeah, my grandmother did that. Mad. I was like, ooh. I was like, she's mad. And she's like, what do you mean? And it's like, she took out she's waving that pin at you. She's like, oh, fuck. But
the Italian eye.
In those situations where I don't speak the other language, I have to solely rely on like, show me a picture. Like, show me like a Polaroid style picture what you need to say, because I don't know what you're talking about. There's no Google Translate that just pops up for like, I wish. If someone can invent that, please. But there's nothing like that. So like sometimes when you're in the cemetery or doing a reading for someone, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what they're saying.
It's not, that's tough.
There's a language barrier.
In Maine, we got Little Italy. A lot of Maine I think Maine has got the most French Canadians out of every state in America.
Yeah, you do.
So
see, if someone came in French, I'd be like, I got half of what you said.
Yeah.
Italian, I don't.
Italian, I know paisan means friend. I call Tony Spera that because he knows me as paisan. So don't fucker steal that, you bastards. We got 25 people. We're at the hour. You came on late. We can go till 8:30. Can I grab 20 minutes out of you? We got fucking 25 people watching.
I can be here all night. I can be here however long you need.
I like that. It's fucking dedication's cool shit. And I get it. Everybody can do that. Jim Brown, another fucking member of my booking agency, Tombstone Paranormal. Stowe, Maine, with his wife, Dawn Brown.
Awesome.
Doe Brown. My girl, Heather Maynard's known at the hunt with a Tommy gun. I'll talk about the Al Brady thing. That's what gave it away. The store owner goes, wait a minute, a Tommy gun for hunting? He called J. Edgar Hoover at Boston, the FBI location in Boston. They got They came up, 12 men on fucking rooftops. If you look at It, Stephen King's It remake, when the kids are in the alleyway, when the kid gets stabbed and they're rubbing him up, and Bev comes as a dude shot in the middle of the road on train tracks, and there's two cops looking down. That's fucking Al Brady. And that's Derry, Maine, Bangor, Maine. King's house is up the road. It's fucking wild. He's buried in the Jewish section of Mount Hope Cemetery. Really? Mount Hope Cemetery is where Stephen King played the Reverend in Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
It's America's second oldest garden cemetery, fashioned after Mount Auburn in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I hear a lot of things about Mount Auburn. Good and bad.
You ever been there, in Cambridge? I went there when they got a big tower. I haven't. Oh, it's a big concrete tower like Rapunzel. They got oh my God,
H.P. Lovecraft buried there.
I'm not H.P. Lovecraft, but the fucking guy from Maine that's a poet is buried there. Longfellow, he's buried there. Yeah. I want to go to your homie Edgar Allan Poe's grave, your favorite author.
Oh my God, I want to so bad. I want to. I'm like,
you got an old soul.
I need a Netflix account. I need someone to let me use their Netflix account. Netflix did the Fall of the House of Usher, and I want to watch it.
That's him.
Netflix.
Heather's got Netflix. Maybe Heather will send it to you.
Yeah. Did you see it yet? Is it good?
I bet they kept his brain. Maybe. I didn't know it was him. He is someone that they would try to get into his brain to find out what made him tick. He died in Maryland. The bar he went on is still there. It's called the Horse You Rode In On. It's one of the oldest bars in America. It's in Maryland, Baltimore. That's where he had his last beer, and he died down the street, bro. And they got a statue. They got a statue in Boston too, but man, Edgar Allan Poe. All right, let's do some more fun shit.
Road trip to Poe. Yes, I'm down.
Road trip to Poe.
I'm down.
Dude, he's got a statue in Boston. I went to go see the band Ghost. They're dressed like reverends and shit and skeletons. They played at the Royale in Boston, and there's a statue of Edgar Allan Poe with some ravens in the back of him. But he died and lived in his house and shits in Baltimore.
Yeah.
What does that say? There's a Mexico, Maine by Rumford. So technically they're Mexicans because they live in Mexico, Maine. So yeah, there is Mexicans.
No, oh my gosh, my dad's mother, when she was a kid, she, God, I think she said she was like 7. She said she remembers when John Dillinger was coming to town, and everyone was so excited because so before I even like did a lot of research about it, because I was so little. My grandma died when I was 12. She probably told me this when I was like 8. Oh. So, she was like, oh my gosh, I remember when Johnny came and everyone loved him and he was so sweet. He brought everyone food and he took care of everyone and he gave, the poor families with like 8 kids, 12 kids, he gave us all money. He was just the sweet, kind guy. And I was like, John Dillinger? And my dad was like, Ma, that's a gangster. And she's like, no, he's really nice. Like the papers had it all wrong.
He's like a Robin Hood.
He was. Yeah. And so she was saying that everything that he took, like all the money that he robbed, he would use to buy and take to the poor ass towns for the families because it was the Great fucking Depression. She was like,
turkeys on Thanksgiving and shit. Yeah.
He was like, he was so handsome. Everyone loved him. I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Fucking God, dude.
But when I got older, I researched it and I saw a picture of him. I was like, he was just like chilling in your neighborhood. Like he came to like Hyde Park in the 1920s, just like quick little in and out, like on trip to one of his bigger, probably more well-known things. I was like, how fucking crazy is that?
Bro, you've got some cool ties and you live in the Mecca of America, in my opinion. I love my Maine.
My grandma had someone who was in the Hole in the Wall gang.
Wow. That's
never confirmed, but very, very much evidence in their history. Someone in the Hole in the Wall gang. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they made it so sketchy too. They were like, I'm a librarian. And we're like, you're a traveling librarian that just so happens to be at the exact bank where the gang is. And then you just so happen to leave every time they leave. He was like, yeah. We're like, are you a bookie? Like, what are you? You're a librarian, but you just so happen to be in all the wrong spots at the right time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Crazy is not the word. Well, it is the word, but there's going to be a better word. But that's fucking crazy. It is. That's wild. Wow, you got some good shit to tell. We're going to go over. We still got 15 more minutes, but I want to ask you some fun questions real quick.
Ask away.
Give me 3, 4 of your favorite movies. Comedy, horror, drama. I don't give a fuck. Give me 3, 4, 5. I don't care. Give me a couple.
All right. Public Enemies, #1. Love that movie.
Good movie. Yep.
Very
serious movie.
Very serious movie. Done well, though. And for the most part, accurate, which I appreciate.
Is Johnny in that, right? Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp is John.
Yes, he's John Dillinger in that. That's right. I have it on Blu-ray. That's right. It's a gangster movie, guys. It's based on real-life gangster mafia shit.
And John Dillinger is one of my favorites.
I can tell.
Sounds cheesy.
That's why when I said Al Brady being a mafia guy getting shot #1, you're like, oh, damn. Who the fuck says?
Those old gangsters, they have a soft spot in my heart because that's what they did right. Like nowadays you hear these like petty little like city gangs and it's like no.
Well, they're little hood rats. Back in the day they were fucking gentlemen. That's the difference. They were like respected, right.
Right. Nowadays it's like, oh, you're a part of a gang, really? And then you see people like John Dillinger, Pretty Boy Floyd, Machine Gun Kelly. Like you see all these people and you're like, these people were the ones.
They didn't go around killing old people and kids either. They had fucking they had rules.
Right.
They didn't just go spray and pray, drive-bys and shit. They got their fucking men. That's the difference.
Right.
Sorry, that's the fucking difference. You're right.
And they weren't sloppy either.
Amen. And they could enjoy a good meatball after, so suck it sideways.
Exactly. So definitely have a
lot of... Al Capone, bitches.
Exactly. Oh, another legend.
Oh, my fucking God. Don't get me started on serial killers and mafia people. especially where you Quincy area.
Oh my God,
Whitey Bulger was the Robin Hood. I've watched the Johnny Depp movie where he played Whitey Bulger. Johnny
They
Depp's like
used
God.
my high school as Johnny Depp's dressing room. The end scene of the apartment, they closed school down and they were like, yeah, you guys can't come get your stuff because we're making a movie out back. We were like, okay.
Shut the fuck
So what?
up.
And they were like, yeah. So my classmates, they called me and they were like, you're never going to believe who's inside. I was like, who? And they're like, your favorite human ever. And I was like, no. And they're like,
Johnny Depp was in your high school?
Johnny Depp was in our fucking high school. He used our history room as his makeup room.
Oh, I need to go there and take pictures now. Oh, I'm gonna fucking flip.
And they were like, we can't have our phones inside. We have to have a security escort inside because our lockers were literally outside of the room that he was in. They were like, you guys cannot come. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. I was like, so please. I need to get me right in now. And they're like, they literally closed the street. Like, you can't. We had to walk all the way. Like, we had to park way far and walk to school to try to get our shit. And I was like,
just no. For that, 'cause money talks. They're paying him big to use it. Yeah.
And they said too, they were like, we saw him briefly, and like we weren't supposed to look at him. And so he was nice, but we were like, our school was his dressing room for that end scene.
They shot it all in Quincy.
Right behind ours.
I went to the store that he had. It's called the Lamb and the Knife or something now, and I did a video of that. I went in. That's the, anyway, fucking. I don't want to beat the dead horse. By the way, guys, if you want Kat from Darlings Eternal on your program, your show, message me. We'll set up a time and date. I'll see what works best for her because she's got some stories to tell, as you can see.
I do.
So, anyways, fucking movies. We've already done one, and we've already lost track. So, give me a couple more.
Amazing movie. Public Enemies is an amazing movie.
I see you're an Addams Family fan.
I am. Love the Addams Family. Love the Addams Family.
What do you think of the new Wednesday series? Have you seen any of that? What do you think of that?
I actually chose not to see it. I love Tim Burton. I love the Addams Family. And once I saw the trailers come out, it was so different.
Wow.
It was advertised as it's going to be what Wednesday's life is growing up. So in my head, I was like, we're taking from what we saw from the Addams Family and the values, and we're upgrading. So when I heard it was completely fucking different, I was like, what the fuck is this?
You boycotted it.
I boycotted it.
Wow.
Still haven't seen anything other than the trailer for the first season. And I'm a huge Tim Burton person. So when I heard he was doing it, I was like, this is going to be so amazing. I'm so excited. They said Christina Ricci is going to be in it. I was like, this is great. We have like original people. Wow. As soon as the trailer came out, I was like, this is not it.
Good for you. I salute you. I watched a couple episodes myself, and it's like a musical, and it's kind of, I could see where it's trying to catch the mainstream. It's trying to get the mainstream people to go, Wednesday's cool. I'm like, you fuckers didn't like the Addams Family because it was too morbid, but now you think she's cool because she can sing? Fuck off.
See, you're like validating it further for me that I did the right thing.
I'm not a super big fan. The chick's cool. She looks great in the Beetlejuice #2. I saw that in Vermont. They went and shot it.
I'm excited about that.
That looks cool.
My cousin was down the street from where they fucking filmed part of it up here.
No shit. They did in Massachusetts and Vermont. Yeah. They did do both. Which I want to get to Vermont anyway for a couple of reasons. Vermont's got that, the Beetlejuice Foundation, but it's also got Ben & Jerry's, the ice cream place, the Ben & Jerry's graveyard, and the Stowe, Vermont, where the chick hung herself, Emily's Bridge in Stowe. Emily hung herself because she got ditched in the prom, and they say at midnight she appears on the bridge, and I'm willing to smoke a joint and wait till midnight to see this broad. That'd be pretty wild. I don't mind getting scared. That's the difference.
Does she show up in the dress?
Yeah, white dress, white gown.
That sounds like
I'll send you a link later or tomorrow, probably. Emily's Bridge in Stowe, Stowe, Vermont. It's up almost by Canada, way up there. There's so many legends in New England, dude. And of course, Heather and I, after my mom passed away, we went to Sleepy Hollow, Tarrytown, Sleepy Hollow, Headless Horseman, that cemetery, fucking 1682 York Cemetery, or Tarrytown Cemetery at the old, oh man.
Everyone says it's beautiful, but I haven't heard any sort of crazy stories. And that's why I'm like, are the right people going?
To where, Sleepy?
Yes.
I think a lot of it's a tourist trap. They were called Terrytown until 1993. After the movie with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci became big, they officially changed it to Sleepy Hollow. But the graveyard is where Pet Cemetery by the Ramones was filmed when they did the song for the movie there. And there's some old graves there. There's a couple billionaires. One of the Bilderbergs is there or whatever the fuck, one of the tycoons. But it's I don't know, man. I think some of the smaller cemeteries are more eerie than the bigger ones. Do you agree?
I love it. Yes. There's
You
like
go to these little ones, there's like 20 plots, and the fucking things look like crooked teeth. All the tombstones are sideways.
I have a local one in Braintree, down the street where I grew up. And
Braintree's old. Yeah.
Yeah, we are. And it's right like next to the lake. So at nighttime, it's eerie. It's so fucking small. It's like the plot of the cemetery is like the fucking plot for a house.
Oh, gives me
someone,
goosebumps.
like, gutted the house. And so you look at it, and it literally has one of those old, like, 2 wooden pillars, and then like the sign. It's so eerie. It's so fucking creepy.
Perfect.
And then there's actually a voodoo doll, I think, that was like buried there and then removed at one point, like years ago. My dad was like, "Don't go there," because my friend was like, "Oh, let's go here. Let's do like a photo shoot at night, whatever." And I was like, "Sure, never been." My dad was like, "You of all people should not go here." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because if there's a voodoo doll still there, you don't want to have that energy connected to you because you're walking in." And I was like, "Fair enough." I went anyways.
No fear, girl. You ain't got no fear in you. I love that.
It's an old little cemetery. I was like, one voodoo doll. Like, come on. I'm sure there's like something else that's more pissed off here than voodoo doll. Like, if it's gonna get me, it would have gotten me by now. We live down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds so bad, but I was like, that's probably the least of my worries.
I think having the fear is what's going to get you hurt. When people have fear, that's when they make poor decisions. They're irrational, and that's when people get hurt. They run, they turn.
But the spirits recognize you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're gullible. You're vulnerable. So then it's easier for them to just, they'll glue right onto you, and then you're screwed. But so many of my friends will be like, "Oh, do you want to go to this haunted thing?" And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. You want me to go out where? At what time? Knowing I do what I do? You want to get me killed? Like, if there's an angry spirit there, I'm gonna be the one that gets fucked up, and you guys are gonna be like, "Hey, here are my goosebumps in the corner."
Hey,
no.
You on tape, I want a YouTube hit.
Right?
Like, there's a difference between the real and the ones that just want the Zach Bagans approach.
Or they like abandoned whatever. Like, "Oh, the abandoned hospital. Do you want to go?" I'm like, no. You don't know how many angry fucking patients were left to die there. Why would I want to go to an abandoned hospital? No. You also don't know what kind of diseases might be lingering in there. You're just going to walk in.
You must feel that at hospitals, old folks' homes, maybe even schools. I'm sure you must feel a little mixed bag, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'm the only weirdo. I'm the only weirdo that likes to go to funerals because I remember at my grandma's funeral, someone was actually like in the room, like being a creep. Like some lady we didn't know was haunting my grandma, and I told my dad. He got it on video. He got it on tape. He got like the voice recording of the woman hovering over my grandma, talking. But I remember at one point I started dying laughing in the middle of the funeral home, and my dad's family wasn't bothered, but there was a few people from like my mom's family who came, and they all looked at me like,
"Why?"
Well, because I was laughing during the fucking funeral, and so my aunt came over, and she was like, "Well," and I was like, "There's 2 old ladies arguing with each other downstairs in like the little morgue room, and their conversation's hilarious." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "These 2 old ladies are just fucking fighting with each other. I can hear them yelling at each other downstairs. This is great."
Dude, I love how you just embrace it. Most people would lose their shit, but it's not easy.
I heard these like screaming, and like naturally, I'm like, there's literally no one here. So I like followed where I heard it coming from. So the stairs went downstairs to like where they keep the bodies, and so these 2 old ladies were just fucking fighting with each other. I was like, they must be sisters or something, but they were like, she's like, "I don't know why you think that this would be acceptable to do," and the other one was like, "I don't know why you think you can tell me what to." Oh my god, I was like, this is hilarious. This is so funny.
That's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. We got some more people watching. We still got about 12 people watching. We're gonna go in here in about 5-10 minutes. You guys check out Darlings Eternal, all one word. She's all over the place on Facebook, Instagram, all that good. You TikTok, right? I forget. You do, right? A little. No, you don't. You don't. You do pretty much Instagram and Facebook. That's about it. And of course, different shit.
I'm very old school.
You do hair and nails though for chicks that need that done, right? You're into that.
Hair, makeup, and lashes.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know too. I mean, it's a different crowd, but while we're here, let's promote you. Money's fucking
Got
money.
everything. One-stop shop. You can your hair can process. We can pull out some cards, and we'll just have a little day of it.
We'll talk some shit. We'll fucking have some fun. You're a good shit. You're easy to get to know. You're fun to talk to. Hopefully, we get to fucking see you in person. With Heather,
I know.
Heather and I will go down to Salem, and I definitely want to get a Quincy. Like I said, I've been. You must have used to party in the old granite shop or the old granite pit by the Granite Railroad. You're a party in that pit.
No.
You know, it's the first ever railway in America, and it was the granite. Me and Heather, when we went that time with you guys, we spent the night at the hotel there in Quincy.
In Quincy?
Yeah, we spent the night, me and Heather, and then the next day we went to the first ever Dunkin' Donuts. Got a coffee.
Yes.
Got a coffee at the 1953 Dunkin' Donuts. Got a coffee, got a picture, a little video. Then we went to John Quincy Adams' house right by there, the president. And the son of a president as well. And then we went to the Granite Railway, which is the first ever railroad. There's a big placard there. There's a little granite slope, and it goes to a big pit. And I guess people used to party in that. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but
no. Well, I'm also just a baby.
We have heard of
you ever heard of someone bringing back? I have.
It's like a yard. It's like a flea market, right? Same thing.
Yeah. So you just donate whatever you don't want: clothes, shoes, like whatever.
Possess dolls.
Yeah. No, it actually came up in my suggestions the other day. This girl on Instagram, her mom bought her this supposedly like haunted rosary bead set from a Goodwill. And she sat there with her ovulus, and as soon as she opened the bag, all these words kept flying out. And then when she lifted it up, just more and more and more and more. And she's like, okay, I'm going to put this away now. We're done talking. And it kept going. And then it went, stop. And so she like didn't put it back. And then it kept going. And then she's like, okay, we're definitely done now. Goodbye. And she like put it in. And the ovulus was going until she zipped it. And I was like, some haunted ass rosary beads from a fucking Goodwill? That's awesome.
Get out of here. You can't make this shit up. You really can't.
I saw the video and I was like, no way. Because I was like,
a video of it? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. It came up in my Instagram suggestions.
Dude.
I was like, no way. Like, there's no way.
You got yourself a
rosary beads.
Huh?
What kind of a spirit clings onto a rosary bead? Like, and she was like,
you'd
like
be
she
surprised.
has things to say. I mean, true. Very
well,
true.
but at the same time, I mean, you do know your shit, but you are younger and experienced. Not inexperienced, but being older, I have seen some shit, but that makes sense. You know a lot for what you say, but that's a wild experience.
I've heard like clinging, like spirits lingering to things that like were very like prominent, like, you know, like a ring or like a pair of glasses or a book or like more homely things. Yeah. But I haven't heard of a rosary set yet. I was like, out of all things, that's like one of the last things that I would think a spirit would cling on to is like a religious token.
But is it? It wants you to think that it could be a diabolical. I mean, I don't know.
True. You can't count out the tricksters.
Wow, that's freaky. My guest next week, newest client. She's also a card reader. Samaya. Pleasure to have you for the third or fourth week in a row. I hope I said it. Samala. I hope I said that right. I'm gonna have you as my guest next week. You can fucking correct me and keep me in the ass. But I bought I don't know, it was haunted. I don't know what it was until weeks later. Dude, she makes candles that look like vaginas and penises and shit. And she's like, get the whole crown going like your daughter had. She's very third eye, very different. I like that. Makes her own shit. Shout out to you. Heather really wants you to come hang out. If Kat got herself to an Amtrak, she's a station right in town. Girl time would be nice.
Oh, God.
I could pick you both up. We'll come down to hang out at my place for the weekend. I'd love to be a tour guide, crash on my couch.
Yes, that'd be so sick.
Dice Hearts is up here.
But I don't know where the Amtrak is. I know we got the T. The T is fairly local though. Is there an Amtrak in the city?
The Amtrak goes to the Boston Garden where the Bruins play. If you can get to where the Bruins play,
yeah. Okay. I was like the city.
Yeah, Saco. Heather could pick you up, and then I could pick you guys up. Drive 3 hours. I live literally 3 hours, about 2 hours and 53 minutes away. But dude, it's God's country. Once I get off the turnpike, I hit one red light, and then I drive 45 minutes with nothing.
That's kind of cool, then.
Dude, there's fucking moose and shit at the local
Just
gas
doing your
stations hanging
walks.
upside down, which really sucks because people hunt them. But still, there's a lot of cool. Dude, there's wild rabbits. I went down this road, this Mount Katahdin road. There's little rabbits. I thought it was on acid. I go, oh, I want to go and pet the bunnies.
Fucking love rabbits.
Yes.
My rabbit actually kept me alive when I was a kid, so I literally owe my life to my rabbit.
Oh, cute bunnies. So real quick, as a last movie, give me a horror movie. Are you a Jason or Freddy Krueger, Jaws? Do you like anything like that?
Ironically, I wasn't a big horror movie kid because I didn't find them scary. I didn't, but the only horror movie that ever like really rattled my bones. I don't know if you've seen it, Seven.
Oh boy,
a million years ago. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt.
The Seven Deadly Sins. Yes, the dude's face down in cereal or something. Holy fuck.
That movie fucked with me so bad. I did not sleep for 3 days. My dad was like, really? This is one that gets to you? And I was like, I guess so.
It's the most realistic. It's Bible related. It's kind of, you didn't see Legion.
The effects were fucking incredible. As someone who does makeup, I was like, I give whoever was on this team the utmost respect because that looks as realistic as it can possibly get.
That was late 90s, bro.
It was. That's when it was still kind of iffy then, too.
What's in the box? What box? Is there a box? Did you have a box? You had the rocks and shit, right?
I have 3 boxes. Which one?
I don't know.
I have the big box. I have the pendulum box. The mini moonstone box.
You use dowsing rods at all? Have you ever used them?
I don't. I've seen them actually come up on my feed more, and I'm kind of curious. Someone in the feed. Oh my god, just got them recently. One of our historically haunted people.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck. I know Heather's
posted a picture. His kid. He had his kid hold them. Someone in our family.
Nate Elwell.
Yes.
Okay,
I saw him recently, and I was like, huh. Okay. They keep popping up for me, so I'm like, maybe this will be something to like look into.
We gotta get you guys share Darlings Eternal. That's her page. Get her out there. The poor girl's trying to do her own thing. She's a fucking single mom, basically, doing her own thing, just trying to get through in life. She does readings and stuff. She knows her shit. She's just shy, doesn't have a big outreach, and I want to get her fucking out there because she's fucking knows her shit and she's worth it. Yes, Heather, steel barrel fire and shots of fireball. I got a half acre right, like a little quarter lane right here, and I got a fire pit out back. Dude, literally, like, I'm probably the loudest guy in the fucking place in the whole town right now. It's literally like, if you don't mind, like, nothing, there's nothing but logging trucks. Dude, my rent is, you know how much I pay for monthly rent?
Probably more than half of cheaper what I pay.
$255.
That's way more than, that's way,
I don't know anybody that pays less than $1,000. I pay less than $300 a month for rent. I own my home. I paid $20,000 for it. It's just a single trailer with 2 bedrooms. The fucking chick, dude, she left everything, the washer, dryer, bed, couch. She just wanted back to Massachusetts. My husband cheated on me. I want to leave. She left everything. She was $20,000. Everything's yours. She left her pickles, her pots and fryer, her fucking dish, everything, dude. And I was homeless, so I went from homeless to like fucking king of the world.
Living life.
So you come up here, Kat. You get away to get to at least Saco. Maybe if we go to meet you in Salem, something, if you can get someone to watch the kid and dog, we will fucking treat you like a queen for 2 days, get to know you, hang out here, do a live.
Oh my god, Apollo would love it. Apollo, oh my god, I want to take him to Salem so bad. Apollo is kind of with it too, like, because I've had him since he was born. Like, his mom used to see stuff when we were there. But so for him, it's so normal. Like, for his mom, it wasn't. So since he's been with me literally since the minute he was born, he doesn't think anything of it unless I react negative to like an entity. Then he's like, oh, this one's not nice. Like, but other than that, he'll like, if I hear it, I'll look at him, and because like he'll look too, like, you heard it, and I'm like, yeah. And I'll be like, okay, whatever. If you're not bothered, I'm not bothered.
Being in tune to it, she is amazing. Yes, she is. Absolutely.
You guys are amazing too, though.
Yes, I am the king of I appreciate it. It's dude, when you come from nothing and you rise above, it's about it. Like,
nothing is like more humbling and accomplishing.
And you know what's funny? All I'm doing, I'm getting paid to talk to people, to explore things. I'm getting sponsored by an actor in a Stephen King movie. Like, fuck me. I'm a booking agent. What? Awesome. I mean, fuck it. So, you know what? And I get to meet cool people
19-year-old you. If you told 19-year-old you this, you'd be like, yeah, fucking right.
I'm so glad I didn't commit suicide 4 years ago when Heather left me and everything. Not left me.
I'm glad too. I love having you around. I
appreciate that. I really am glad I didn't fucking. Anyway, it's not about me. We're a little bit over. Is that cool? I'm gonna steal some more of your time.
Listen, I can be here all night.
It's the best feeling to be able to have your own space to being homeless. Absolutely, dude. I bought an RV. My mom died. I bought a big fucking Fleetwood Bounder, 30 feet long, and we're selling my mom's house. So I moved him back to this flea market because I knew the people, and I lived out back of this thing, and it died on me. So I went 2 winters without fucking heat because I was stupid. And I didn't do nothing. I didn't cheat on Heather or nothing. I just was dumb. So me and Heather took about 8 months off. So I lived in this fucking thing, dude, with a Mr. Buddy heater. Anyway, like Kat knows, because Kat's been there. I mean, times are tough. When you rise,
I've been in a lemon car without heat at all.
I didn't want to bring it up, bro, but me and Heather follow you on Facebook, and there's many times where we were like, damn, we wanted to fucking help you. I mean, you look where you are now, though. You pick yourself up.
Oh, I cannot afford this. I'm not gonna lie. I cannot afford this place, but it's mine. So I'll take it. I can't afford it, but it's mine.
I love that. People want to get you for podcasts. People want to get you to do shows, conventions, little meet and greets.
They can call you. They can call the booking LLC. They can email you. Or if they only have Heather's contact, they can have Heather call you.
But if it's out of state, it's going to make sure that you get a hotel room paid, travel time paid, distance, all that shit. Yeah. But I'm going to try to get you at least local for now. We'll get you going.
I know. I want to see if we can do, that's what I'm saying. Like, we could do an event in Salem, like, in the spring.
That's what I mean. I know Charles, he did that thing. He wants vendors for the Salem Paracon. Let's get Kat there reading people. Let you there. Let's get you
Dawn. I'll call Dawn and tell him to call you. You need to get Dawn on the show. The amount of shit that he sees every night, insane.
You got hookups. You got the guy that runs the USS Salem battleship. Girl, let's use that.
I've actually never been.
People off, but let's get you paid.
I have never been. And Dawn keeps saying, anytime you want to come, you can come. And I'm like, the negative things there, though, make me nervous. He's like, well, we're fine. I'm like,
You're mindful. You're invited to go to look for witches in Maine. You're invited to go to an old battleship, and you're just like, me.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe not.
But the thing is, that might save your ass. That's the difference.
Exactly. Because actually, Alex had me mentor one of her students as like a little test project. And she had me do a reading, and her aunt actually came in, and her aunt went on a visit. Her aunt was a psychic medium, went to visit the USS Salem. One of the entities there attacked her. She went fucking literally insane, checked herself into a psychiatric hospital, never left, and died in the psychiatric hospital because she was so tormented by the soul that like stuck to her. And I was like, see, that's why psychic mediums who are so fucking sensitive can't go to places like that. I did the reading. I didn't know anything about this. Mind you, didn't ask Dawn, didn't ask her, had no idea who this aunt was. And I was like, getting that as a download in multiple perspectives, like, this is how this poor girl probably feels. But like I said, I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should not be doing these things, because if this woman went just for like a tour and then went crazy, no way.
That's some serious shit. That's a mojo.
That's like a big, like, I'm going to stand back from this one.
You follow your spirit guides. You know when to say when. You're not going to, you have no fear, but you're not going to jump off. I'm not going to
put myself in a position where I'm going to get fucked over. Right. Because I think it's cool. Like, of course I would love to go. It's an incredible experience. The content, the interactions that he has every night there is incredible. I'm so jealous of him. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't put myself in that position. I can't do it. The man in black in
the rumpus room over there by this thing. Oh yeah, we've heard about him. The tall guy,
my God,
the butcher or the cook or something.
Oh yeah, well, the guy in the boiler room.
The boiler room. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, the boiler room is where they filmed a part of a movie too. There's a movie that I forget now, but.
Oh, I know. Mm-hmm.
I had a poster there. Yep. So like I said, you're in it for the fun, but you're also not in it for Facebook posts and likes and shit. You're in it to help people, but at the same time, not hurt yourself.
Right. I'm here to do. So when people are like, "Oh, you're a medium, what's that?" I'm like, think of it like a median. Like on the telephone, you call someone, they talk to you, you talk back. I'm literally, they can hear you, but you can't hear them. So I'm just reiterating what they said.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy.
You're a vessel. I mean, in a good way.
Literally.
But you open yourself up, and that drains the fuck out of you. It's more fucking.
The migraines you get is ridiculous.
Oh, I can't imagine. To me,
no amount of water will make. If you have a migraine from too much spirit interaction.
Wow.
Oh my god, I had one when I was in college.
Pulls you.
I was across from a cemetery. I literally like turned out the window, and there was the fucking cemetery. It was awesome. It was so awesome. One of the spirits, like, she came to visit, like, the day that I moved in. Her name was Edna. Literally went, took the pendulum, found her in the tomb, like, found her little plot in the cemetery. Because none of my friends in college, like, knew about any of this stuff, and so I did readings for them. One of my friends, actually, her biological grandmother came through, and I didn't know she was adopted, and so I was telling her all these things, and I didn't know she was Korean, originally from Korea. She was like, where did you learn this? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, did you talk to my parents? And I was like, no. Why? And she was like, I never told you any of these things, and you just told me like all about my biological family.
Some people want it, but they can't handle it. They want it until they get it. Yeah.
But so I told them, like, hey, this like older woman named Edna, like, she would move our shit, like petty little things, but she loved M&Ms. So for little peace offerings for our stuff back, we would put M&Ms out for her. And I remember before we left for break, I was like, let's go find her. Like, let's go leave M&Ms on her tomb or her plot. And my friends were like, seriously? And I was like, yeah. I took my pendulum, literally just went outside and stood there and was like, okay, show me where you are. And it brought me right, Edna something and her husband, right in the cemetery, across from my window, put down an M&M, like an M&M's packet. And we're like, see you after break. Bye.
You get it. You fucking get it. It's the little trinkets, the little gestures that really,
things. Well, also, you have to think, like, even though it was just, like, silly little things, like, oh, I'm messing with the college kids, like, some spirits actually, like, will mess with you for real. You have to do peace offerings sometimes. This was just like, okay, like, we have a good relationship, like, you know, we understand you're just joking, so, you know, we'll work with you, we'll play the game. But in some situations, like, you really do have to barter with these spirits. Like, no. Like, terms, agreements, contract, done. This is what you get. This is what I get. Nothing more, nothing less. And then be on your way.
You stand your ground, too, at the same time. You're not a puppet. But at the same time, to bring up your girl now, the one in Maine, the witch in Maine, Mary Nason of York. Yes. She's got fucking bottles of Bacardi and jewelry and quarters and dimes and pennies and fucking joints. And people, it's just like New Orleans, where the voodoo is. People leave trinkets. It's signs for the dead. It's presents to say, we remember you, we respect you, and we're here in peace. You're right, Kat.
One of my favorite witch shops literally has a little, oh my God, I can't remember the technical term for it, but it's basically a memoriam for past witches from the town. And you can go and, like, the local witches will leave peace offerings. If you're not a local, they won't let you leave anything. They'll actually say, don't touch it.
Oh, but it leaves flowers, goods, right?
It's all their pictures. It's flowers. It's bracelets. It's, like, if the local witches, like, know you or you know them, like, the person, you're allowed to leave a gift. But if not, it's like, we don't want no tourist shit on their memoriam in this store.
It's bullshit. We don't want your trinkets. Like Dogtown in Gloucester, Massachusetts. There's Dogtown where the girl stayed and the husbands went to battle at sea, and they lived there with dogs as protectors while their husbands were gone at battle in the Revolutionary War. So they call it Dogtown. That's in Gloucester, Massachusetts, where the Storm of the Century or what the fuck is that real movie that Mark Wahlberg was in from Massachusetts where the people died at sea?
He's in so many.
He's
a local. Century, he's in so many about the local.
So many. Oh, Heather's got a woman boner for him. She likes him. We went to Wahlberg's last year. She loved that the real place. Is it Storm of the Century or The Perfect Storm? It's based on the people from Gloucester, Mass went fishing and died. There we go. Thank you, Danny. Someone probably said it. But we went there to Gloucester. That's where they're from. There's a big graveyard there, memorial. And people left flowers, which kind of brings me to that now. besides witches being in a town, because that's where they were. There's plaques there, and they don't let people that aren't locals leave things for gifts. They scare people away.
Well, I'm curious of this. Why, if witches are leaving gifts on witches' graves, why aren't we leaving them like crystals or sage or like something to practice?
I like that.
Why aren't we doing that? If we're leaving them like, we need
flowers
and stuff, like let's make like why are we,
Heather and you need to start. The 2 witches I know, Rachel King. Let's get the witches to start then. Let's start something new, Kat. I'll tell Heather.
Let's make a new thing, because you also have to think is that once witches are probably more known to reincarnate than regulars. We're here doing the lessons, we're learning the lives, we have the gifts, we're here, we're putting in the fucking effort, we're one with nature. So why shouldn't we leave them something to practice in the other side?
The witch prays to nature, not Satan. It prays to the mother nature. It prays to the woods, the trees, the wind, the fire, the earth. It doesn't pray to Satan. A real witch prays to the earth.
Witch, our basis is nature. When I tell people, I'm like, oh,
Palo Santo.
How do you? Perfect. I literally have 2 sage bundles literally right next to me on the floor. Like,
when you come up, you're gonna leave the white witch some sage. We're gonna do that. You and Heather leave some sage. Something.
I'll bring some special ones from my witchy shop here too, so she can have a little bit of both worlds.
Touch your stone. I'll take a bunch of videos, some pictures, and I want to see what you feel, what you think.
Because I want to know what happens. I want to feel it for myself. Like,
yes,
is her stone hot for like a protection? Is she as friendly as people say? Is she mean? Like, I want to know like what's causing her to have such controversial like perception.
What's your thoughts on this? And Heather noticed this. 9 out of 10 times we go there's at least one black crow above her grave. Is that familiar?
Have you ever heard of the thing? Like it's like a poem or whatever. It's the explanation about the crows. If you see one crow, it's a crow for sorrow. So one crow is sorrow. So if there's always one near her grave, then she's experiencing sorrow.
There's always there's a bunch of trees by there, and there's always one bird. Bah, bah, it lets you know.
Hurting. I'll find it. Hold on. I think I have it saved actually, because I went someplace once and I saw like specifically 7 crows, and I was like, this means something, but what it was, I don't remember.
That's fucking nuts. I didn't do that. I didn't say this. We didn't prepare this or nothing. I literally just said this wasn't preempted. I just said it, and she said that. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, there's like, it's a whole poem. It's called Counting Crows. It's like based on like the witchy superstition about
black
like
birds.
what the signs are of how many crows, like what message is trying to be perceived. And it literally says 1 is for sorrow, 2 is for mirth, 3 for death, 4 for a birth, 5 for silver, 6 for gold, 7 for a secret never to be told, 8 is a promise, 9 is forsworn, 10 is a treasure hidden north, 11 brings a storm, 12 will be fair, 13 is a cruel whisper, 14 is care, 15 is sojourn, 16 is home, 17 finds you standing alone, 18 is good fortune, 19 is justice, and 20 is the first sign that the end has begun. Wow. So there's multiple different variations of this. Like, so the first like 6 are usually the same for the most part.
Right.
But there's all different like.
They say black birds can go between both veils. Black birds, certain black cats, black birds, and I think some owls, ravens. Your friends saying there, Bessie saying, I struggle going to cemeteries. It's too overwhelming for me. I can't go.
Oh my gosh.
There was a funeral I went to and I struggled.
Empaths have a really hard time in public settings.
Yeah, that's me, dude. I cry over movies. I cry over fucking Steel Magnolias, the movie. Heather's like, you cry more than I do. I'm the bitch. I really am. I cry.
Stop. Don't say that.
I'm rough. I'm emotional. It's hard.
Are you a water sign?
I'm a Virgo. What is that?
You're an earth sign.
Oh, okay. September 6th.
Oh.
Right when school started. It always started on my birthday. I always get a little paper crown.
Oh, that's so fun.
That was cool. My mom went with my dad around Christmas time. 9 months later, my mom was told she could never have kids. And she went to California with my dad. They did the mumbo jumbo in California. And 3 months later, she finds out she's pregnant. She comes back to Maine, and poof, there's Adam to the fucking world.
Aw, that's cool, though. That's kind of fucking magical in its own story.
I could have been a California kid. I could have been surfing, dude. You know what I mean? But I came back to Maine, so that's fucking dope.
But
I
it
would
did
have met
you
someone
right,
like
because
you.
now you're yeah.
Kat, we're gonna milk you one more 10 minutes. We're gonna go 2 straight hours. This time flew by.
Fuck
You're a
it.
lot
Why
of fun
not?
to talk to.
Why not? I can
yeah.
literally be here until like fucking 11 if you need me.
Well, the StreamYard gives me 2 hours because I don't really pay for it. It's free. I get 2 hour max, so that's good. I got about exactly 10 minutes now, so that's good. Anything you want to touch on? You want to tell people real quick where because we still got 16 people watching. Can you tell people where they can find your stuff to buy your products and get your services?
Ooh, so if you're looking for beauty services, hair I can do at home or to you. Makeup, hair to you or at home. Lashes, I'm at the Lash Bar.
Okay.
Can give you a link. I can send you an address. I can
please send me, real quick. Send me that so I can share that. I'm your booker. That's not just paranormal shit. I want all your shit. Send me that, please. I will share that.
I will. I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
And then I just call it witchy shit because it's so much easier. But for all like my supernatural, spooky, witchy shit, whatever tickles your fancy. If people can't find me, they can find you. They found you here today. They can always go through you first at the LLC. They can find me on Instagram. They can find me on my own Facebook, which I think it's actually like this. It's slashed in the name. Yep, you can type that in on Facebook.
Yeah, Darlings Eternal, one word. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't go to
Instagram, Facebook, email. It's a Gmail. Her personal page. One word, right there, nice and simple. Same for the Gmail, Darlings Eternal, Gmail.
And don't fuck with her because she'll send you to me and I'll fucking kill you. So just be cool.
Well, if you fuck with a witch, I mean, your karma comes to you on its own.
She's my girl. She's under my umbrella. She's Heather's girl. We're going to take good care of her. When she comes to Maine, we're going to treat her like family. She's going to crash right here with us on the couch. We're going to have a fucking slumber party.
We're going to have to we're going to have to do some cool ass like Facebook Live or something.
We're going to go live. We'll do some good shit. It's going to be fun. Yeah, we got 9 minutes to go. Let me see. What did I forget? Oh, give me some bucket lists. Give me one for America and one for other than America, like the whole world.
Ooh, bucket list. Just like spooky or just in general?
Well, in general, like France or fucking, want a croissant, whatever.
Ooh, okay. I really want to go to London. That's always been like a goal. I want to explore London.
Why?
One of my past lives was in London.
Oh.
And one of the coffee shops that I used to work at is actually like right in the heart of London. And so I'm like, I want to fucking go there. I want to go to where I used to work in like the 90s. That would be so fucking rad.
Wow. Dope. What about America?
America. Ooh.
Besides Maine. Besides my place.
I know. That's always the goal.
There's got to be someplace out west, though. Someplace out west or out up south. Texas.
Actually, yes. Hold on. I just saw this place. It's in fucking Northern California. It's this like cemetery. It's like abandoned funeral home or some shit. And they made it into a museum. Like it looks like a fucking library. Hold on. I saved it because I was like, I need to fucking go here. Like this is
Northern California. It's almost by Seattle.
The most unique funeral home you'll ever see.
Oh, dope.
I saved the video. Those are all fucking urns. Oakland,
holy fucking hallways of fucking wow.
Where Green Day's fucking lead singer is from. Oakland,
that's gonna be the only in the world, only one.
It is. It's oh my gosh. I want to go there so bad. That just became on my bucket list recently. I'm actually going to California next weekend, but not there.
Girl, where at? San Diego?
Hollywood.
Oh, get the fuck out.
I have family that work in the industry out there, but I'm not seeing them. I'm just seeing some friends.
Oh my fucking God. She is one of a kind, guys. We got about 7 minutes to go here with Kat. Darlings Eternal, popping up surprises, hanging out with Hollywood folk, hanging out with Quincy fucking Donnie from the goddamn Salem. Part of the historically haunted booking family. She's right there with us, guys. You can be too. Hit me up after. Well, I got to work tomorrow at 6 a.m., so message me tomorrow if you want to be part of the family. But we'll take good care of you. The ball's still rolling here. I'm still getting started from the holidays, but we got a lot to promote with Kat. Kat's got a lot here with Darlings Eternal.
I'm a hidden gem.
So much.
I'm a little hidden gem.
What's that?
I'm a hidden gem.
You're quiet. we're gonna break the mold. We're gonna get you out of there. We're gonna get you, and I think hooking up this summer, getting to fucking kind of do a little bit more talking, getting out you to Paracons, to events. Like you said, you're willing to travel within New England within reason. We're gonna get you some stuff, get you some live readings, get to do some stuff. People come to sell some of your merchandise in person.
I really, really want this project.
Ooh, let's hear it.
So I'm hoping, because I don't have a date yet, but I'm hoping like mid-spring, they'll have my first tarot deck of my own coming out.
Oh, dude.
My dad's been helping me with some of the artwork.
That's wild.
So he's been doing so many different drafts and templates. He's like, what do you want? Because I've had so many like vibes that I wanted to tap into for like the energy for the deck.
Right.
All the decks are different. They're like people. Each deck has its own personality. It's like I want a very specific energy. So my dad's been helping me formulate it, and I haven't finalized anything yet, but I know we're going to make it. Its personality is just not there yet, so I'm hoping it'll be ready for spring. And I'll give you the link. I'll give you the details when it will be ready for pre-sale.
Please.
So then we can get all of our fun people in the know. Get them their decks first and foremost. But I'm hoping that can be something done and ready for the spring. That's been a goal of mine for a while now.
The fucking goals, the ambition, the pride, the smile on your face, man. For someone who's triumphed through so much shit at such a young age.
I'm only 23.
I love it. You sell yourself, and you're so much smarter than you even realize. There's so many fucking teeny bops out there not knowing what the fuck's going on. And like, I don't know. Like,
Oh my God, you see the people on TikTok witch talk, and I'm like, please stop. Please.
There are a lot of phonies out there. It's cool to be in the paranormal field now. It used to be cool to get tattoos, which I love on your arm, by the way, tattoos. But it used to. Yes, but now it's cool to be a weirdo, and it's cool to go to cemeteries. No, it's not. Fuck that. I was doing that. What else you got? Oh shit! Nice. That hurt.
No.
Back of your neck. Christ.
I have some tattoos in some very questionable spots, and that was nothing.
Sounds like Heather. 3 minutes to go. Anything we left out?
What did we leave out?
We can always come back.
What I do. What I fucking do. Hello.
Thank you.
I'm a psychic. I'm a medium. I dabble with my own animal communication. I have tarot cards. I got oracle cards. I got spirit communication cards, affirmation cards. I got my pendulum. I'm certified in aromatherapy. Fun little to know.
And that's not including hair, makeup, fucking lashes, all that beauty. You really are, because even though that sounds like it's well, that's nothing to do with paranormal. It doesn't, but it's still perfecting your body. It's making your soul connect with your body. That's still something big, and I think that's a therapy of sorts. Not to mention you could be a guidance counselor. You've been listening to me talk for a half hour. It's an hour now.
Well, listen, I realized I couldn't be a therapist because I would be so bad at being like professional with other people's problems. I was like, you know what? I can go to the beauty industry, and it's the same thing.
You can't really laugh and make fun of people and just kind of shoot the shit with therapists. That's true.
You can't. You can't be like, oh my God, I did that too. Then they'd be like, wait, what?
So, Kat, like I said before, I'd like you to come on, maybe be my co-host in a couple of weeks if I get some good, some good spiritual guests on. I'll have you back on. Maybe I don't know. Maybe thinking May, June. We'll catch up, see how the spring went. But until then, between you and me personally, and of course I'll include Heather in this because she's now she's my partner in the booking. I'm having her take care of all the girls with me. That way she can help me out. Not to be sexist or whatever, but that way the chicks have, you know what I mean? Heather's they'll go to. But we'll be in talk and we'll get you to conventions. You guys book her for readings on your own. You don't need to go through me through that. If you want to just message Darlings Eternal, get her for bookings, get her for readings. But if you want her for your show, you want her for meet and greets, you want her for conventions, Paracons, all that good harpy horse shit, message me. All my friends out there, independent filmmakers, you think she's great? She'd be a great fit in my role in my movie. Hit me up. I got a lot of independent filmmakers I run with too. I'm sure Kat would love to.
I've seen they're awesome. You have our haunted family has a great variety of people, and I'm very excited because we have someone new every fucking week it feels, and they have some incredible fucking things. Like not just me, you know, we have actors, we have readers, we have
photography people, fucking drafters,
like you name it, we have it all. And what better family to start up with than with ours?
Christ, what a promoter. I didn't pay her to stay in that either. So
He really didn't. We actually have not spoken.
No, I mean, we
At
did a little
all.
bit, but not about this. But join the Historically Haunted family. Be a brother or sister to Kat. Get to know. We have fun in chat. We have fun in talking. It's a little private group.
We drink. We, share too much. We shoot the shit. We have a great time. And we
That's it.
talk about, your favorite supernatural, whatever you
And when
want
we
to
get to
say.
do conventions, it's going to be historically haunted people first. So Kat will get a table. 30 seconds left to go, Kat. This will be up tomorrow on YouTube, Historically Haunted. I'll tag you in it. Dude, thank you so much for letting me rob 2 hours of your time.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Check out Darling's Eternal. Oh, Heather's saying bye. Check out Darling's Eternal, guys. All one word on Facebook. Check her out. Tell her Adam sent you. Be decent or we'll both kill you or put a hex on you.
I will have a little promo going up later for anyone who wants to book from specifically tonight's episode. So check out the Facebook or Instagram for that deal. But you have to say what time you tuned into our show, so I know you actually watched.
Motherfuckers, put you on check. Get a deal for